Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www Hush Your Face. www Hush Your Face. www.hushyourface.com.
The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Show number 170 being recorded on September the 23rd, 2017. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez. My name is Jesus Walks Lot. Today I'm joined by the entire HGP crew plus one, coming from the Great White North, Canadian land, also known as the Snow Mexican. Ryan Gibson, welcome back.
What's going on, everyone? Another Horrible Gamers. Let's do it.
That's right. And from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief, Henley Merrill, welcome back.
Yo, I'm here. What's up, guys? What's going?
What's up, guys?
Hello. Yo, let's get it going.
Get the hype going, Gunny. Also, guys,
ready.
From the East Coast, from St. Louis. I'm pretty sure he's in St. Louis. I just guessed. I don't know. Alen Maybe, welcome, CFC Leo, to the podcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're a community member, right?
Yes.
How much did you pay? To the listeners, how much did you pay to get on the show tonight?
Am I allowed to say this?
Yeah, you're allowed to say it. Go ahead.
Oh, was it a whole $2?
Oh, man. He did. He paid a whole 2 Bitcoins to get on the podcast.
Two PayPal dollars.
2 PayPal dollars. Yeah, but welcome. Thank you for being on the podcast tonight, guys. This is a video game podcast brought to you by the Hush Your Face Network. We are on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. We are on Facebook at Horrible Gamers Podcast. That group or that page will link you to our Facebook group, which is our community, Horrible Gamers Podcast community. You can also leave us a voicemail at 971-319-1421. And real quick, before the show continues, pause, hit subscribe, hit whatever the hell you got to hit on all the other podcast players. Follow us. Leave a review, share it with your friends, do what you got to do. Do it now. We'll give you 5 seconds. Go. Never mind. You just fast forwarded. Guys, our intro music is done by Fowler and TwistX. It's called Breakout. Breakout. You can find that on YouTube, iTunes, all the tunes. Just go find it. And you can email us. Lastly, you can email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. horriblegamers.com. You find all our shows there as well. Guys, let's talk video games real quick. And let's talk about what we've been playing this week. I know that you guys have been playing games. I've been playing games.
Wait, Jesus, the answer is Destiny 2. Let's move on. It's news time.
Pretty much the answer for most of us.
Hold on. We played some other games, didn't we?
It will be pretty much Destiny 2 for all of us, right? I mean, I played a little bit of Tropico, but that's really it. I'm having a real hard time with that game. That game is really hard. Really, really hard. It goes from like being easy in the first 2 or 3 missions, and then it gets to the 4th mission, the one that I'm on, or the 3rd mission. I don't know which one it is. But it's so hard. It is so fucking hard. I can't beat it, guys. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But last night, No. So last night, I got to this mission where you got to pick an island, and the campaign takes you where you're building up 2 different islands. And so I picked the first island that I started building because I figured that island has more people. It has better like guard towers, everywhere. It has more military and shit. That's going to be easier to defend against invasions. So I picked that island. And sure enough, you start off the mission, and the first thing that happens within the first 2 minutes of the mission is you get invaded by like an army, like somebody invades your island. So you see like these little guys pop up and they're going to attack you. Their goal is to kill you, to kill the president or the person that you're playing as in the game. And they killed me the first time. They destroyed all my guard towers. They destroyed my military base, and they ended up killing me inside my palace or something like that. They blew up the palace and killed me. And then so it's like, okay, now they're gonna leave, and there's gonna be a ceasefire for like 8 years. You got to pick your next person that you get to play as. So you get to pick somebody that's in your dynasty, because as you're playing the game, your dynasty builds up, which is like family members that's part of your family. You have like 8 or 10 people lined up, and you can pick any one of them to be your next commander or ruler or president, I guess you would call him, right? So I picked the next person that had like clown hair, and I was like, all right, I want to build my island up.
Wait, you picked Trump?
No. And then so this girl, so I'm building up my island, whatever, I'm building up my towers, I'm building up bases. I get a tank, because you could like have ally relationships with the allies or the Axis, which is like the Nazis and the Americans. You get to pick which one you want to ally with, and you can open up an embassy and have like a couple of embassies in your island where you can invite both of them in and have like a relationship with the U.S., the Allies, and the Axis. And you can have a relationship with either one, and the more relationship you build with each one, the happier you keep both of them. And then so I picked the Axis because they had like the better trade deals for tobacco and logs and planks and steel and iron. They had the bigger money payouts for like trading with them. So I picked them just for financial reasons, and I did. And next thing you know, like, I was building up my island, building up my shit, building up all my bases. I had a bunch of military bases. I thought I was good. I'm like, I'm good. These guys are not going to get into this island. They're not going to be able to get in here. When I got to the end of that mission where you get invaded, I had pissed off the Americans or the Allies so much that they sent warships to my island, and they parked them in front of my island. And then it's like, and then they warn you, like your advisor. He's like, hey, sir, Presidente, like we fucking have like warships on the fucking island. What do we do? And we better not piss off the Allies anymore because they're going to attack us. And I was like, oh, fuck them. So I declared an alliance with the Axis. And as soon as I did that, it's like, you're being invaded by the Americans. They're like, oh shit. And you see like fucking tanks and a bunch of soldiers. They all landed on the beach and they're attacking all my shit.
Did America, fuck yeah, come up on the screen. They're like,
pretty much. I mean,
you screwed up now, Kim.
I fucked up. I felt like King Jong-un or something, motherfucker. I was like, God damn, I just fucked up. They pissed these guys off. So basically, they sent a bunch of tanks and soldiers, and I had a good military. Like, so all my military forces deployed to defend me, and like they got destroyed, dude. They got like. It's like you're fighting like muskets against like fucking Delta Force. It was like a massacre. My army didn't even stand a chance. I was like, what the fuck? And then,
is this just really? You think it was just a time thing where? Do you get to evolve over time?
You could like build up a bunch of military. Yeah, like you can kind of advance your weaponry. You can kind of research better technology or whatever. But the thing is, I was focused on building bases and towers and like different barracks and shit. And I hadn't built up. I had tanks, dude. I had things like that. But these guys, they were just super advanced. So by the time they had wiped out half of my army, all of a sudden another island decided to attack me. So here shows up more soldiers attacking my island. And then all of a sudden it said like, oh, and all of a sudden the Allies get reinforcements or something. And then there's more soldiers popping up. So I had like at least 40 or 50 fucking units of like the enemy on my island. And I had 2 squads left.
Oh, shit.
So like,
you're just like,
yeah, I was like a fucking Gaddafi trying to hide in a hole so I don't get killed by my fucking enemies. And it sucked, man. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up fucking restarting the mission today. And I feel like it's going to end up the same way. I don't know what to do in that mission. I don't know.
There's got to be something you're missing. Like maybe it's the difficulty level, or I would YouTube it and see where you need to start.
And it's not like I start the mission with like a little bit of money. I start off with like $50,000 saved up. So that's quite a bit of money in the game. And you could build up quite a bit of stuff with that. But I just feel like it's unfair, man. They land with tanks and shit. You're like, what the fuck? The guard tower cannot defend against a tank.
Well, obviously you allied with the wrong people.
Obviously, that's what I think it is. Even
You gotta
though
ally with the Americans and then go after the Axis because they're probably the weaker force, right?
I feel like the Axis just I feel like they have better trade deals. Like they'll pay you more money for shit like logs and shit, which is vital, man. It's brutal. It's like you need that money, right? And the allies, like on this playthrough that I was playing right now before the show started, I had invited the allies to the embassy, and I was praising them and giving them their points to raise them up to like become my ally. Because every 12 months in the game, you can praise them or you can expel them or you can condemn them or whatever, like talk shit about them, or you can say like, oh, they're amazing, and then your happiness or their happiness with you goes up or whatever, and then you can send a delegation to the allies, or you can send a alliance, you can send one of your dynasty members to speak for your country or whatever. So there's a lot of things in this game that happen where sometimes you just don't know what the outcome is going to be, man, and it's wild. Like the game is crazy because all of a sudden a tornado will happen, or a fucking earthquake will happen, or the volcano will erupt, or a tsunami happens. Just all kinds of stuff happens in the game. It's a really fun game. But it's a lot of management. It's just like City Skylines.
I saw that it was on sale today too. I think on Humble Bundle for like $10. So if anybody's interested in picking it up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's super cheap, and it's definitely cheap. I bought it like you can buy it on Xbox Live for like $40, and it comes with like all the expansions, which adds like new buildings, such as like the spy building where you can like build up spies that they help they help find out like who's against you in the island and who's like the rebel leaders and shit, so you can kill them. And yeah, and there's a lot of like things in this game where a lot of mechanics where you have to like, if you run an election, you can kind of rig the election to win. You can kill off your opponent that's coming, like the guy who's against you can kill him off. You can have him arrested. You can have him put in prison. You can have him kicked out of the island. And you can pass all kinds of laws. Like you can pass immigration laws where you open your borders, where you close them down, where, only men vote, only the rich people vote, only stuff like you could all kinds of laws, right? And the game is good. The game is fun. I really like it.
Build the wall.
Sorry, guys, I had to clear my.
Yeah, I bet that game is fun though, man. I don't know if you guys would like it or not, but
I have it installed. I just haven't played it.
It's fun. If you like City Skylines, it's a game like that where you're managing things, right? You're building up things, and you're managing things, and you got to build up housing, and you can pass different laws. Like I said, you can pass martial law where you lock down the island, so like the rebels can't uprise against you, but then your island isn't making any money because you're not exporting anything because everything's locked down. Or you can have it where, people have to pay for their own food. Or you can have it where, like, people can have weapons, the right to bear arms. But then all of a sudden, the right to bear arms turns to the right to kill the president. And then they try to kill you and shit. Your own people will turn against you, And it's happened, I played the game where, like, my own military turned against me. And it's like half of my army's fighting for me. And the other half is trying to fucking defend me, or kill me or whatever. But that game is alright. But besides Tropico 5, guys, I played the game that we've all been playing. Of course, Destiny 2. That's it. I mean...
Nice.
What can I say about Destiny 2, man? I'm like level, 270 almost. I think I'm 269 on that.
Me too.
And,
yeah, I'm 268.
And I've just been playing Crucible and trying to get more engrams and all that stuff. I think I want to start a new character.
I think I'm going to get to 280.
I'll do that with you, Jesus, if we can find time to get together.
Well,
like go from my Titan to a Warlock.
Big news, guys. I don't work weekends anymore starting next weekend. I'm going to have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Well, Friday I work from 6 to 10 in the morning, but I'm going to have from that time till Sunday off. So I'll have time to game with most people that game in the community sometime during the weekend, hopefully.
Cool.
But yeah, I want to start like a Titan or something because like I feel like it's getting kind of boring.
That's cool. I want to start a Warlock.
Yeah, because
let's do that together.
I feel like the grind is kind of like tedious, you know, like like fuck, dude, like
It's getting to me now.
You know, like I'm killing shit, and it's like
because I have nothing left to do other than strikes or Crucible, and I don't like Crucible. I played a little bit of Crucible last night with Alan and Schneider, and who else was with us?
Mirzo.
Yeah, Mirzo. And we had fun, but like it's just not my thing. Like I think if I'm in a group of people that you're having a good time with, it'll be all right. But I just can't. I can't jump in there by myself and start playing. I'll leave. I just won't stick around. You know, the fun is with the group for me, anyways. In that kind of multiplayer. And
Sure.
and the game seems to be getting a little bit stale, and I think starting over would be fun.
Definitely. By the way, guys, real quick, Normie just messaged me and she said hi.
Oh, hey.
She said,
Norman.
"Hi, guys."
Hey,
Normie.
Long time no here.
We miss you. on
Because
Facebook.
she saw me post a picture of the Four Loko on Snapchat, and she's like, "Hey, I believe I started that trend." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yes, it,
We miss Normie. Hopefully,
Yeah.
she'll be back podcasting here pretty soon.
I don't think she's going to.
Well, I don't know, man. We'll see.
I hope for her sake. I hope so.
Yeah, cause
And I don't want to air. So
Yeah, I really miss her. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like the grind. It's just like fuck the grind. It's like, dude, this is lame. I'm killing shit left and right, and nothing's happening. And like, I don't know. It kind of sucks. Like the other day, I went to the Titan, the moon or whatever, the water base.
Yeah. I like Titan.
And I was running around there, and like I was killing
Titan's
stuff, and it got boring. Like I was like, this is not cool. Like I did all this crazy like mission, like an adventure, right? And at the end, I didn't even get like a legendary engram for it. I was like, what the fuck? This is a waste of time.
now I'm just getting like 265. Everything 265. Nothing
Yeah,
higher.
same here.
Everything's 260, 262,
Nothing,
265.
I don't get anything to push me forward, so it's kind of.
And even if I get like an exotic engram, the shit's not as good as what I have on.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Alan,
Like, this is
what do we
bullshit.
have to do here? What are we doing wrong? What do we need to do? We need to get in there and do some strikes or what?
You need to start
Crucible's
finding a
fun.
weapon that you like that's a little bit lower and infusing everything,
Yeah,
right?
infusing definitely helps.
Because that'll bring that level up. But you can only infuse to such a certain level too, right? Like, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of that, so.
Yes, I was looking at that today because I don't know much about it, but it says your base something power levels too high or too low or
Yeah.
something.
If you
I
try
don't
to
understand
infuse
it.
something that's
Yeah,
lower
it's
than what
because-
you have, then it won't infuse it. It would be like, oh, it's
It
too
has
low.
to be a higher power level
Yeah.
than the weapon that you're trying to infuse. So if you're infusing a weapon that's 265, let's
Yeah.
say, the weapon that you're going to infuse into it has to be higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to find a lower power gun that you like and then start infusing stuff into that so that
Yeah.
it can get
But it has
higher.
to be a legendary weapon. It has to be a purple gun.
I see.
It can't be a blue one because a blue one doesn't get infused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It has to be a purple one.
Right? There's
got
the
this-
pot that
Or
you
an
can
exotic. It could be an exotic too, but I mean, it's just
I
like,
got a pretty cool rocket launcher today. I think it's a 265 legendary.
I have a badass
Sure.
like grenade launcher, dude. Like this grenade launcher is like a shotgun. You put a fucking drum in it and like just shoots grenades and it fucking blows everything up. That
Did you guys
shit's a
know Zur
beast.
is on Titan?
Huh?
Did you guys know that Zur is on Titan, the moon?
Oh, I haven't seen him this week. I need to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on
I was playing with,
Doesn't
I
he
was playing
move
with
all the
Arcus
time?
today. And he goes, "Did you know he's hearing you?" He was like literally like right below us, and I was like, "No, I thought he was over on that other planet." And he goes, "No,
But
he's
now
he's
it
just
shows you,
doing-
right? Now you can.
He shows
go on
up
your
every
map.
Friday, Gonnie.
Yeah.
In a different place every Friday.
Oh, okay, that's why
It's
he's
a different
on Titan.
location too.
yeah.
But in Destiny 1, you had to find him. It was like a fucking mystery. Nobody knew. But in this game, it
right?
shows up on the map. You can like
Yeah, it's
click
on
it
the map. You can
and
see
track
where
it.
he is.
Yeah.
It even shows up like on your destinations map.
Yeah.
Like you'll see the little logo saying he's on this planet, and then you go in there, and there's his XI logo is right there.
Which is legit. Because fuck that shit sucked in Destiny 1 where you had to find the motherfucker.
Easy fix, guys. On the 29th, FIFA comes out. So just...
You know what else comes out on the 29th?
What's up?
Cuphead, motherfucker.
Cuphead.
Oh, true.
Cuphead.
Comes out on the 26th.
What?
Pinball FX 3.
No one cares.
You're going to
I
play
care.
2 missions of
Those are coming
Cuphead and going to quit. It's going to be so
No.
difficult.
I'm
Ah.
gonna finish that game.
I'm probably gonna quit in the first mission.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna finish that game.
I like the art style. The art style looks fucking cool. I just like the way they look cartoony. Fucking, even though it's propaganda cartoons from World War II, it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, just stream it on your Saturday mornings and I'll watch it.
Cuphead?
Yes.
Is Cuphead play anywhere? It is, isn't it? So I can't
so.
do it on my PC.
Good.
Maybe that will be the new Saturday. I still haven't finished Dust. I haven't been doing Saturday morning streams. I've been too busy. But yeah, Cuphead could be my next one.
Nice. I had a pretty good experience today playing one of the strikes.
Do it, Jesus.
I'm texting.
Fucking silence.
I thought you guys were
Like
talking.
Safe Gunny, but
I was saying I had a pretty good time in the strike today. Destiny 2.
yeah.
Strikes are fun, actually.
The
And
only
that's something you
guys-
can jump on by yourself, too.
Alan, I think it was the one that I did with you and someone else, but it's the one that's on Titan, where kind of like at the end you have to go get that like ball of light or whatever and bring it over and put it in one of the holes.
That's what you
It's
said.
just like that big area where it's that enemy is he's either stands on one of those two platforms that are up high.
And you got to take the shields down,
Yeah, take the shields down by putting that
putting the ball in the hole.
whatever. Yeah, that is such a fantastic mission. Even that one for the second time was I just had a blast.
Sounds like every
Yes.
Destiny mission to me, honestly. Like I'm trying to sit here and think what the
No,
fuck
no,
he's
you're talking about
about.
the big spider guy, and you knock him down, and the balls fall out of his head, and then you go grab him and put them in the shield.
Not that one. No, that's like a public event.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
this
it's
one's
Strike.
Strike,
Okay, yeah.
So he's up pretty high on this platform, and in order to get him down, like he'll have a shield around him for quite a while actually, but
Oh,
you've
I
got to
remember.
run.
And he snipes down on you?
Yes.
Yes,
and you
yes,
got
I
to run
remember.
up the field to go get this.
That's a fun one.
Or- It's a blast, and then like it goes through a cycle, and then there's a part where he just releases like 50 of those like creature dogs, and they all just come flying, and you just have to melee all of them. It's so much fun.
Yeah, strikes are fun.
Yeah, we failed it, and then I like how it just kind of like everybody comes back, and then you go up this platform, so it's not like you have to like restart the whole thing.
Dude, we tried to do the raid last week. Was it me?
Oh God.
Alan Snyder, dude? We got destroyed.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even.
That shit's hard,
It's not
man.
even not even funny. Like the bullshit thing I think about it is the time. Like, why
The time I
time it?
hate.
Why time it? If they wouldn't have timed it, we could have done it. But they time it, so
Not
you have
even
to like
then.
fucking run and then fucking get on your fucking speed bike bullshit and fucking go, and then it just sucks, dude. It's like really like just let us run through at normal pace, and that's it. I think we made
Yeah.
it to the end. We got to the boss, and there was like 2 minutes left on the clock. 2 minutes.
With the time mission,
Yeah, it's 15 minutes. You have to get to the map in 15 minutes to get.
But there was 10.
No, it's 15.
Isn't that the Nightfall?
Yeah, that's the Nightfall raid bullshit.
Yeah, the Nightfall. The
Crap.
Nightfall
Yeah.
strike.
And you have to fucking 15 minutes. You have to go through it all, and then you have to beat the whole thing in 15 minutes.
To me and Clint tried to do that. It didn't go well.
I just don't know how do you do
It
that.
didn't
Like,
go well. It's
How?
fucking hard. Because like even if you just try and like blow by everybody, there's a point where you're gonna stop,
Yeah.
and then they're all gonna fucking be there and just be like,
Yeah.
"Ah, I'll kill you."
like,
Yeah,
like
it's
there,
nuts.
there's certain parts where you have to kill everybody to proceed forward, and like
Yeah.
and it won't drop the shield or it won't do what it needs to do
I
until
think
you
the
kill
best
everybody.
way is have one guy just run in circle and keep reviving people.
I don't know, man. Like that thing was really hard. It was like I don't know how people figured this shit out. And like one of the challenges for it was like beat it with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
How? Just how? I don't know. And then the switching weapons for every ability. So you had to switch if there was Void. You had to switch if it was Arc. You had to switch if it was Sun. All that bullshit. You had to keep switching all the time. It really was. I don't know, man. I didn't like it. It's not for me, and I definitely will not be partaking in those anymore. So I'll just stick to Crucible and the regular bullshit grindy crap in the maps.
I'm out for the Crucible. Who did I play with? I can't remember who it was on Sunday or Monday. I think it was Clinton, his friend, said, "Oh yeah, let's go do the Crucible." I was like, I guess, right? It's so luckily we went in there, and I'm just like, all right, I know it's just multiplayer, capture the flag, and it was as boring as I expected it to be. So the next couple ones, one of the objectives I noticed, or to complete whatever it is just complete 2 Crucible matches. And so I'm fine with that. It doesn't say I have to win them, just have to complete them. So I just run around like an idiot, use my super, shoot the gun like I look like I know what I'm doing, and just to get through them. And a few of the people I've told that I'm just like, yeah, I just kind of go in there and, just I don't really care.
The Crucible is fun, and the way to win at that gunny that I figured out was stick with your team. And if you could, talk to your team. But if you can't talk to your team, just kind of hang out by them.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
and
what
you'll have a less chance of dying.
Me and Clint were together at one point, and then his friend, we were together at one point. But I don't know. I've heard other things where wait for them to, when you start coming around the corner, start shooting. To me, that's just boring as shit. I don't know. I just don't care for it.
You have to stick with your
I still feel like I
teammates.
got my money's worth on this game.
And the shitty part is once they hit their supers, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. You pretty much have to face it. You're gonna die unless you somehow kill them.
Like the dude, is it the Warlock that does the fucking throws the fireballs and shit when he floats in the air?
Him or he does the stupid lightning fucking out of his hands. Like, runs around fucking shocking everybody.
Titan has the hammers.
Yeah, because that's the only way I got 2 kills.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that flies in the air and throws fucking fireballs?
You're tripping balls. You've seen
it. Is Titan. It's Titan.
He throws hammers.
No, I'm not seeing things. I've been killed by it many times.
He throws hammers, not balls. Okay.
Many motherfucking times.
He throws
and then
hammers.
Captain America throws his shield at me and fucking
that shit's
kills
annoying.
me.
That's the Titan. That fucking runs around with this stupid purple fucking shield and kills you with that bullshit. Oh, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
The Hunter seems to me has the weakest abilities for Crucible, because all they have is that tether bullshit where they tie people up, and they have the one, the fire gun, and then they have the bullshit. I guess the one that's powerful is the one where you have the stick that you run around and hit people with.
Yeah.
That's the most powerful one for Crucible, and that's the one that I tend to switch to when I'm playing that mode.
See, I'm still using Void, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's good when you team it up with other people's abilities.
Yeah, it's good in like the story mode too, because you can get them all bunched together and kind of fire it off. But in Crucible, it's garbage. Like people just see it coming and run away from it.
Yeah, pretty much. So because I was playing the other day with Snyder, and we were going through a mission, and there was a big boss, and what we did was I shot my Void ability as a hunter, and I tied the dude up, and then he used his other ability, wherever the fuck he was, I don't know what he was, and then he killed him, and I was like, oh shit, that was fucking awesome, man. Like, he was like, hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. He's like, good job. I'm like, fuck, dude, hell yeah, that was like teamwork right there, fucking Power Rangers and shit. It was badass, dude. It looked like magic. Shake and bake.
I can't believe it's magic.
Shake and bake. But guys, fuck Destiny 2. We're done talking about that game. Fuck. That game is old news. It's last month. Moving on to the big and exciting things, guys, like Cuphead coming out next week, or Pinball, or that other fucking, what other game? FIFA? That other shit. Yeah, that coming out.
Just FIFA 18, not the other shit.
What about Forza? When's that coming out?
Oh, God, that crap. Comes out October.
Like October or something.
October 7th?
Oh, does that come out with the... Yeah, it's coming out with the new X.
No. It comes out before.
Yeah.
It's mid-October. I can't remember the actual date, but it's somewhere in the middle of October.
It comes
19th
October
or 17th or something.
And then South Park comes out October 17th.
Yeah.
And
I think it
then-
comes out on the same day.
And then, what's the other game called? Fucking Assassin's Creed comes out October 29th.
Yeah, October 3rd.
No,
October 3rd
20
for Forza?
Yes.
There you go.
Sweet.
Forza. That's early access, Gunny. I think you have to buy the Super Elite Access game for that one.
And I will buy the most elite version.
Yeah,
out
you have to
there
buy like
possible.
the Ultimate Edition to get it on the 3rd, and I think it comes out for everybody on like the 6th
You,
or 7th.
you already
Yeah,
got
which I
permission
probably
from
won't
the
play
Queen,
it
Gunny?
until...
I said you already got permission from the Queen for that?
Not yet. I haven't asked her
Yeah,
yet.
you gotta get your ass beat, man. Stop talking
But
about
I will.
shit.
I think Monday. Monday morning when
What-
she's in a good mood. Sunday.
What do
Hey,
you do
honey.
in Forza? What do you play?
What do I play for?
You
What?
race.
Do you
fucking
play
mean?
online
You play-
or just story mode?
I just go through the single player stuff. Really.
Gotcha. Because I play what's a 6 right now, and online, man, everybody just push you to the wall. They just keep crashing you.
Yeah.
Online.
I think I went in there twice and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play some multiplayer. And then once I get bumped, I was like, screw this.
Stupid
Oh, I go back to
drivatars. They just all they do is crash
Yeah.
into you and crash into you,
Wasn't there like a ghost mode or something like that
and
where
crash into you.
race that bump you, like basically you can go through each other?
No, there's no mode like that.
There was on there. I don't remember.
You're imagining things.
I think you can I think that's when you race like a head-to-head person, and then it's just a ghost. You're racing like a time trial or something like that.
That's the time trials. Yeah, I remember that mode. Yeah. But speaking of Forza, have you guys seen that awesome steering wheel coming out for Forza 7? It looks
Yeah.
fucking amazing,
No.
dude. It like has like the little ignition button and you turn it on, and like the fucking steering wheel rumbles and shit when you turn it on, and like it has vibration feedback on the steering wheel,
Feedback, yeah.
and it has feedback on the pedals, and you have like a little fucking shifter, and that shit looks cool. But I'm like,
Dude.
that's gonna be like $1,000 or something, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
how much?
$600 probably for that thing.
See, I gotta get the 4K TV. I can't afford that.
It looks
I could
fucking
see
cool.
you having a setup like that though, Gunny. I could see
would
you
be
having
awesome.
one of those chairs.
Yeah, if I had
dude.
like a
The
bigger
ones that
place.
they have at the expos and stuff with the fucking chair, and the chair's pneumatic and fucking
yeah,
Go for
all
it,
tilted shit.
Yeah, I would need to like, see that and try it out. I would. Just
Gunny's
take
got
it
this
all
big
the time.
fucking chair sitting in the air, and you sit in it, it's like
big giant helmet.
That'd be fucking amazing, man. Like, I don't know. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
It would be cool if it wasn't like fucking
Yeah, $900. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
But guys, let's talk news real quick. Moving on to news. Let's talk about the news.
What?
What?
I got more stuff.
Oh yeah, more. Oh, I thought you. All we played was Destiny 2, y'all. What's next? What do you got, Ryan?
I played. What the heck was that game called? Raiders of a Lost Planet.
The hell is this
and
Raiders of
Alan
the
played that,
Lost
right?
Planet
There's
crap?
like a little prologue to it that you can download for free, and I don't know, man. I got into it a little bit, and then I was like, this could be cool. This could be all right. And then I could not fucking beat the first mission. But it's an online thing where you 4 players all get match made together, and you go on a mission. And it's kind of like a third person shooter kind of game, but there's also melee combat involved in it too. So like you can kick and punch people. It was interesting, but I don't know, maybe if you had a team that was communicating with each other and knew what they were supposed to be doing, because it didn't really explain what we were supposed to be fucking doing. We were just shooting hordes and hordes of guys that kept coming out, but I have a feeling like there was something else we were supposed to be doing and we weren't doing it, and we just didn't know, because it's so hectic that you can't pay attention to the little things that are popping up on the screen saying, go do this, and then it disappears. And you're like, what did that say? Oh, well, I got to shoot this guy in front of me. So I don't know. I'll probably try it again. I only played one match, but doesn't seem like my cup of tea. And then I also, because of the EA Access, I played NHL 18. It's in the game, guys. Play some hockey.
EA Sports It's in the game.
Jesus, you gonna play me in hockey?
Let's go. I'm down.
Yeah? I'll play a game with you. I'll play a game with you.
Play a game with you. Coffee.
We get Chris to fucking put some money on this again.
You will probably win. In hockey, I wouldn't win.
I'm not that good at it.
All I know how to do in that game is hit people in the leg with the stick and get them to fight.
Yeah, that's even play goalie on Ryan's team, and I'll goalie on Jesus' team.
Oh, 2v2? I'm down with that.
2v2.
I got Alen on my team. He's good at this shit. He plays FIFA, motherfucker, so we're good. I play Madden. He plays FIFA. We'll combine Madden and FIFA skills together.
I said
created a new game.
I said me and you, Jesus.
No, bullshit, Gunny. You wanted to be on Canadian's team. It's cool, man. We get it. It's cool.
No, I'll take Alen. It's all right.
You make this fair. I suck. So. The sports ball thing.
Oh man,
I don't play NHL a lot. I used to when I was younger. I used to get the NHL game was something that I got every Christmas from my mom. So like I used to play them all the time, but I kind of fell off of it because I'm not really a sports guy, and hockey was pretty much the only thing I really liked when I was a kid. So that's why I played.
Did you have all the cards?
That's in your blood, man. You're Canadian.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are like born playing hockey.
Really care for hockey, so
Jesus,
what kind of Canadian are you? I'm starting to question your Canadian loyalty right now. What's happening?
Sports guy though, that's my problem, right? Like I don't really like. I don't like baseball. I don't like football. And, yeah.
You do say Mario, but I'm starting to question your Canadianness. Do you have a bottle of maple syrup in your house?
Do we have maple? Yeah, we do, actually. We do.
You should. You're Canadian.
I got NHL 18. It's more NHL. They've done a few changes here and there. Some new stick handling, some new defensive moves. Like there's like you can actually control your poke checks and stuff like that. There's a new deking system, which was kind of interesting. And I won my first game. I won it like 8-0, which I was really surprised. I was like, this is sweet. But I'm sure they make like the first game that you play pretty easy, to get you hooked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably play some more of that. I got the 10-hour trial on it. It's NHL. What can you say about it? It's a hockey game. And they've always done them well. They've always done those NHL games really good. So, EA knows how to do a sports game, right? So.
Yeah, they seem to know how to do like most of their sports games pretty well. I mean, even if it's just minor changes that they do to them, they don't break the formula really. They kind of do like what Call of Duty does. They kind of add like a little thing in there. And does that work? And if it doesn't work, they kind of take it out the next year.
Next year,
yeah, it's what they do. I mean.
They have new modes in this one too. I don't know if they did that crazy story mode that they've been putting in everything else.
They might have. You need to check.
I'm not sure. I got to look into that and see what happens. What's it called on like Madden and FIFA?
On Madden it's called. I know on FIFA it's called like My Destiny or Dynasty or some shit. And Madden is called. I think it's just called My player, my career. No, it's not my career. It's like My Dynasty or My something or like. NFL Dynasty,
Dynasty mode,
something like that. It's a weird name for it. It's not what you would think it would be called. It has like a weird name to it. But it's really cool, man. I really enjoyed what I played of it when I was playing the demo.
That's kind of what I always liked about those games is you could create a character and like pick your team.
But this one, it was even more in depth than that, Ryan. It felt like you
gotta go through the draft and all that shit, right?
It felt like, but it was different. It wasn't like you're playing like a sports game. It was like you're playing like a movie, kind of like. Yeah. You're seeing like you and your friend are both in the draft, and you and your friend are going to this, and you get approached by a producer to do like a TV show, during the draft. Like he tells you like, hey, you want to be on this TV show throughout the draft to see what team picks you, and then your friend is like, oh, you should do it, man, and then the other guy's like, well. We kind of want him. We don't want you, So then, like, the story is about that, about you going to that TV show and making decisions, that could either get your friend drafted or make him not be drafted. Yeah. And what happens in the end, I don't fucking know. So I didn't play it all the way through, but what I played of it, I did enjoy. It seemed pretty cool.
I'll look into it and see if the NHL has that. I would assume that they put it in, but who knows? Maybe not. I mean, it's their lower selling product, right? So
For sure.
compared to FIFA and Madden, anyways.
FIFA is a really good mode with Alex Hunter, which is really fun. Basically, you do the same thing.
Who now? With who now?
Who the hell is
FIFA?
Alex Hunter?
Yeah, who's that guy?
He's just a creative character, I guess, and you just kind of go play.
I thought
and
he
play
was-
as him.
I thought he was like an actual
some
player.
soccer guy, and I was
Yeah.
like, who the hell's that? I
Who
don't
the fuck is Alex Hunter? What the fuck?
No, he's just a character in the story. You kind of play as him and then go through different missions, different. You play against different teams and just try to kind of make it to a pro.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, what else have you been playing, Canadian? Besides that,
That's it. NHL.
that's it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey,
Leo.
Ryan.
Alan, did you play anything else? Or was it just Destiny and your Raiders of the Lost Planet?
No, I played a bunch of FIFA. I mean, that's like one of the games I always play every day.
Okay, never
every
mind,
week.
never mind.
That's all. We just wanted to know.
But I
We're
did
just
play.
asking.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm kidding. That's a game I always go back to. But Destiny, just like you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Johnny, have anything
wait.
else?
I wanted to ask Ryan about that show that you went to. I don't know if it was last week or this week.
Oh, the Zelda.
I mean, I know it's not exactly gaming related, but it's gaming music. I just wonder how that was.
It was amazing, man. For those that don't know, I went to see the Zelda Symphony, Symphony of the Goddess. It was really good, man. It was basically a symphony orchestra, and they went through all kinds of Zelda music from like the beginning to the end. And there was like every time they would do like music from a certain game, there would be like stuff playing on the screen. So like it was someone playing the game and whatnot, and it was really well done, man. I had a good time. If it comes to your town, I suggest picking up tickets because it was really good, man.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
mean, that's one of
different
my
rounds.
childhood memories playing through that, and just that, just that music was just amazing back then on
Yep.
the NES.
Dun, 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 dun,
Just never gets
I remember going through that bullshit song a lot of times, man, playing that game.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Zelda. Yeah.
But yeah, it was good times, man. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend it to anybody that's that take a look and see if it's coming to your town.
It probably will. I know where it's
Around.
going to be.
Also, if you've never seen Video Games Live, Video Games Live is pretty fucking cool as well. And I know they're starting a tour. They don't come back up here until March or April, I think. So I'm gonna try and catch that when they get around next year.
Yeah, I saw they were in my area. It was a couple of years back. Yep.
Yeah, they come through California. They'll probably be there soon. Just if you want to look it up, you can see the tour dates.
Yeah, we've got a place up here called the Wells Fargo Center, and there's always concerts going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, guys.
The other thing I did when I went to the Zelda thing was I went to this place called Power Up Gaming,
Oh,
and it was
okay. It was a
it
store?
was it was a bar, and you
Whoa.
walk in and there's a big huge bar, and they have a Rock Band kit and a big huge projection screen TV, and you could sit there and play Rock Band, and then you go around the corner and down into this cove, and there was just a shitload of tables. Every table had 3 consoles, a PS4, an Xbox One, and a Switch at it. And you just fucking sit down and say, hey, I want to play this game. They bring you the game, fucking you put it in, you sit there and you play. Now, like, I thought if we ever could gather in Toronto, this would be like the perfect fucking place for us to go, and we could all sit down and like just battle it out at whatever game we wanted to. It would be
Cool,
fun.
man. Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Sounds like a cool. Where was this in Toronto? You said.
Yeah, it was downtown, on the eastern part of Toronto, but it was fucking awesome. Place needs work. I mean, they make it look nice to take pictures of the place, but then if you turn around and look at the other side, it's like a brick wall that's been painted white, and it's kind of chippy and gross and fucking.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the bathroom, but Kathy went to the bathroom, and she said it wasn't a pleasant. It was
So-
pleasant.
Yeah,
Some of those places, man. Like, yeah, you gotta.
right.
Yeah,
But
they're kind of shitty looking sometimes when you go.
It's funny because you turn and you look at one side and it's all like nicely drywalled and fucking painted, like lights and shit, and then you turn the other way and it's like concrete wall, fucking chip pieces out of it, fucking like doors that don't close properly and shit. It was like
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Like they had enough money to remodel one side of the building.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Hey
it's
man, they're business owners, right? Sometimes you gotta
Cut
make
corners.
sacrifices.
It was good. Like it was cool. Like I could see if you got a group of people and you all want to get together and like play. Like me and Kathy played Mario Kart and we played 1-2 Switch, which was actually pretty funny. I would never pay $60 for it, but it was actually because we were sitting at the table and there was people at other tables. So like we'd have to stand up and start like fucking doing whatever the game was. Like one of them was, you have to fucking do a draw and shoot at each other. So we both have to stand up and face each other and everyone around us is watching us.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking fun. But yeah, and then we played some Mario Kart, which was fun. But to get like groups together and like link everybody together and play against each other, I think that would be a blast. That would be an awesome place. They also had drinks there that were named after like different video game things. I had a Snake Eater, which was like a bourbon. I can't remember what was mixed in it. It was like bourbon. Fuck, I don't know, but it was good and it was called a Snake Eater. I actually took a picture of the menu. I wonder if I still have it on here. They had food and stuff there too, but they don't charge you. That was the cool thing. They didn't charge you to play games,
That's
but
cool.
they encouraged you to either have some food or a drink because they're like, we're not charging you to play games, so please, you
Yeah.
need to make money, so please have a drink or two.
They would make a lot of money from Jesus.
Yeah. It was good times though, man. I had fun there.
If you play, you pay.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't say that exactly, but pretty much they were encouraging you to actually, have something to eat or a drink because they wouldn't make any money off you. Okay, so here it is, signature cocktail. The Snake Eater was bourbon. Hang on. Anako Rye, cream de coca, black walnut bitters, and garnished with rosemary.
Yeah, I deliver all those products.
Master Chief, which was another bourbon with mezcal orange rinds, Memphis barbecue bitters, and sugar. There's like a bunch of different. Capital Wasteland was absinthe. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Dry Vermouth, and
Dry
lime
vermouth.
juice.
Yep.
And yeah, there's just a bunch of different drinks. The Fanboy was a gin.
Is this like down in like a tourist trapped area or?
And Seven was a rye. It's downtown Toronto. It's actually in the distillery district, which is like, where you go for your craft beers and stuff if you're in downtown Toronto.
Cool.
There's like a couple of breweries in around there and stuff. So they also had craft beers. They have all kinds of stuff. Different Toronto beers.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'd love to get together with a bunch of people and go there. I think it would be fun. That's it for me, Jesus. What do we got in the news?
News time. Guys, moving on to the news. If you want to read more news or, we post a lot of news on the Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast community. But first things first, guys. There's a new game coming out here pretty soon. It's called... what the fuck is this game called? I'm not sure what it's called, but it's made by Automaton Games. It's a developer. And they're basically using PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds idea of a battle royale type game where you put people in a map and you have them kill each other until the last person standing wins. But these guys recently completed a new round of investment where they're going to create their massive shooter. And it's going to have a space where up to 400 players can compete against each other to be the last person standing. So, as opposed to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds 100 player limit at the moment, these guys will have 400 players that will compete against each other. And
Man, those matches are going to take a long time.
Yeah, I don't know,
would
you know.
be fine, right?
400 people?
Yeah.
All for one.
People
all
would
for
watch
one,
that.
it's like-
People would play that.
It would be
Their,
like
thing.
2 hours.
their main goal is to make a map that can hold 1,000 people playing against each
That's
other.
a lot of people. A lot of people at once.
So
That better be a big map. That's all I gotta
this
say.
is going to be a 12 by 12 kilometer map.
That
And
doesn't-
it doesn't seem big, so it means a lot of people are going to die within the first couple of seconds. But hey, man, like
Whoever
maybe
gets the
that's
gun first.
that's why. Yeah, you know, like they're saying that, you know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is, you know, I don't know if they're going to be pissed at these people for copying them, because they were kind of pissed off at what's that game called? That other game that you guys play, the beta game, Fortnite.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read the article today, but
They were mad.
it wasn't the devs. It was the whoever owns it. You know, Battlegrounds.
No. Blue Hole is the dev for Battlegrounds.
Yeah, Blue Hole said, well, "What the
they
hell? You
basically
can't be
came out
copying
and
us."
said, no. What it was Blue Hole came out and said they were upset with Epic over the fact that, like, they use Epic's tools to build Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily that they made a battle royale game, because like other people have made battle royale games and put them out. It was that they used specific tech from Battlegrounds because they used the same engine and know what Blue Hole did to make that game, you know. So, and they weren't even trying to say like, oh, you got to take that down, or Fortnite. Like, they weren't trying to. They were just saying like, it's a little weird that they did that. You know, I saw an updated article about that, and it was Blue Hole actually commenting about the things that were said and trying to clear up some of what was said. Like, they're not mad at Epic or anything. They're not trying to shut them down or anything like that. They're just like, what the fuck? Like, you kind of stole our shit.
It happens, man. That's the.
I think we'll see something more on that later on.
Tell me what game doesn't steal from other games? Everybody steals from
Right.
Call of Duty. Everybody steals from Battlefield. Everybody steals from Destiny.
Gears of War.
Everybody steals from everybody, man. That's just the name of the game is to steal the tech and call it unique and try to make it unique and then make a lot of money off of it before it dies off. But
Yes.
anyways, guys, this is a new game in the same arena as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This is coming after Fortnite just released their Battle Royale mode, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is about to ship to Xbox Early Access program without a date yet, but it's going to happen soon. But anyways, this is an MMO, supposedly. It's a tactical shooter MMO that supports 1,000 concurrent players in one server, and the game will contain RPG-style character progression. It will have social hubs, it will have mission systems, and it will all be photorealistic with a dynamic 12 by 12 kilometer map. And they're also going to include a last man standing mode for 400 players, and it will include dynamic weather in the map, so dynamic weather effects in the game, including blood trails, fire and water effects, dynamic weather, roaming wildlife, and much, much more. They're saying that they've been working on this project for the last 2 years, building the technology to make this massive multiplayer online game. But, you know, they needed the money. Right now they got another $10 million in investment to make the game. So they're saying they plan to launch it in 2018 to compete against other games such as PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Which
Yeah,
is
so this
pretty
market's
crazy.
going to be
No way,
oversaturated with
2018.
these.
I
We're
think,
gonna see a lot of them. We're
Yeah.
gonna see a lot of them.
I mean, when one dude makes a lot of money off of one, I mean, how much money has
Hey,
PlayerUnknown
Bri-
Battlegrounds made, man?
Brian Tulp wants to know, what about the water tech from Sea of Thieves?
It's not in this one.
Oh,
No,
$10 million,
they didn't
you
get
can't
that.
buy
That's
this
just-
kind of...
Only in Battlegrounds will you get the Sea of Thieves water tech.
Well, and in Sea of Thieves, right?
Well, yeah. But what's going to release first?
So it says here that that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has sold over $11 million in revenue. You know,
What?
in the last
That can't be right.
yeah, they sold over $11 million in
No, it's got
game
more than
revenue.
that.
They said that they've sold, that's 360,000 copies sold at $30 each.
How many copies?
360,000. That was in 3 days.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, 'cause they sold. They're like one of the top selling games of all time. I was like, that can't be right. Like that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, in 3 days, okay, I get it.
Yeah, they've had a lot, dude. They've had a lot of sales. I'm looking at because they have like a website that's like up to date.
Well, they have the top concurrent players as well right now on Steam.
Steam, yeah, they have
And
like more than anybody.
I think it'll be
That's
number
wild.
one on Xbox.
Like more than Dota, more than fucking League of Legends isn't on Steam, is it? More than any game on Steam. Anyway,
That's wild, man. Like, because no one was able to beat Dota before, you know, like for the longest time, that game was number one for like ever. And then now all of a sudden this game comes out of the blue and just blows up like this, man. That must be wild. It must be a crazy
to be a part of that team,
experience for those people on that team. For the guy who made the mod for the game, you know, he's probably like, what the fuck? You know, I never thought this shit was gonna blow up. That must be pretty wild.
Crazy.
And that started from H1Z1.
Yeah, just a mod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, H1Z1, and then they started that. They kind of branched off to two different games. One of them was just called Just Survive, which is still going. It's just nobody plays it. I've seen gameplay of it, and it looks super boring. And then King of the Hill. That's where this mod came from, King of the Hill. Which King of the Hill is pretty good. It's just Battlegrounds is a better version of it.
What do we got next, Jesus?
More news, guys. Moving on now. Let's move on to the United States Navy. The U.S. Navy will be using Xbox 360 controllers to operate their submarine periscopes. According to them, they said they can buy a 360 controller for about $30, but according to what they're using now, they're using a joystick that costs about $56,000.
Whoa.
So it's much cheaper to replace a controller that costs $30 over a $50,000 joystick, you know. So that's what they're gonna do. So they rather just save up the money and use what they're using, you know, 360 controllers. And I have to think that this has to do with the fact that most kids nowadays grew up with like gaming controllers in their hand, you know, with like a 360 controller in their hand. It has to be that, you know. It has to be that. It has to be that.
I would think that why wouldn't they just be in the government and just tell the, you know, call up Microsoft and just can you give us buy like 300 Elite controllers for $100 a pop? You know, but
why use Elite controllers when you can buy cheaper 360 controllers?
Well, I'm just thinking the Elites are a little more durable.
Who cares? These are $30 a piece. They can, you know. Let's give you perspective, Gunny. They used to buy $38,000 a piece joysticks for these submarines. $38,000 a piece. That means if the joystick would break, that's $38,000 they had to repay to get a new one. Now they're going to have a $30 controller. You know how many controllers they could buy with that $38,000? You know how many controllers they could buy?
A lot. You know,
yes. It doesn't matter how many times the guy in the submarine gets pissed off and throws the controller, throws the controller across the room. Fuck you guys! Throws the controller across the room. It doesn't matter how many times he does that because they're going to have like a bunch in the back room just stocked up. Like, here you go, dude. Here's another one.
There you go. Put some new batteries in it. You're good to go.
Yeah. So that's according to the U.S. Navy. They say it's much cheaper to use 360 controllers, and they also say that most kids that join the Navy nowadays, or the military in general, they're pretty well known, you know, like to use video games. They know how to use them. They know they've been growing up with this shit. They know what ABXY means, and RB, LB, RT, LT. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Gunny. Don't fall asleep on me, buddy. I'm
looking at this next article. Xbox Phil Spencer joins Sony's senior leadership team. What's up with that?
So Phil Spencer, he was part of the Xbox team, and he was part of
You didn't catch that?
he was the boss of the Xbox team. I know you said what's his name, the other dude, right?
No,
But-
never mind. Go ahead.
Whatever. Fuck you, Gunny. Anyways, he's now going to be an executive, basically on the board of Microsoft. Kind of, like he's going to have more say so on what the Xbox division can spend money on and shit like that, which is a good thing. I feel like.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good thing. I think he can.
Yeah.
He can make
I mean,
a lot of good decisions.
it's been a good thing since he's become, one of the higher ups in Microsoft. So in the Xbox division. So now that he's the head, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So who takes his position? I wonder.
He's still kind of holds his position at the moment. He's kind of doing like a dual job thing. He still has his position. He didn't get like a new position. Like he didn't just move up and like the next person moves in for him. It's like no. Now he's still the head of Xbox, but now he's like the head of Xbox got like moved up to a higher position. You know what I mean?
He's like more awesome now. I see.
Pretty much. Just think of he's getting paid more money. Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's getting paid more money. That's all. Anyways,
Good for him, though. He deserves it.
now he's gonna be overseeing the creative teams over at Xbox Music, Xbox Video, Xbox Live, Xbox, Microsoft Studios as well. So he will be overseeing all those teams, controlling all of them, telling them what to do, what to work on, and basically he said thank you, for all the people on congratulating him during that whatever on Twitter. Let's see here. More news. Sorry, guys. I don't have the news pulled up. It says here that HTC will continue to support the HTC Vive, but they're partnering with Google now. So now they have a $1.1 billion deal with Google, and they will continue supporting the virtual reality headset. That's because they were losing money on it, guys, and they were basically going to pull out of the VR game. They were going to be like, we're done with VR. VR is dead, as we all know. In a way, it's kind of dead. So Vive said they're going to just continue to support Vive, but now they're part of Google. They got a deal with them.
Oh yeah, they'll be good. They'll be okay then.
Yeah, and I guess it says here that an undisclosed amount of HTC employees will join Google to work on cell phones and support for its VR headset and augmented reality, they said. So
Wow.
we'll see what happens with that, man. I don't know. I think VR didn't take off like they were expecting it to, and I think it's not as good as they thought it was going to be. So
Who called that one?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I keep seeing these VR games coming out on Steam, and they're at the bottom of the list, is what they are. And they're like released on just whatever day. Mm-hmm. And then they're forgotten about. And then the next day it's like you don't see that game on there anymore. It's like, here's the next game, the amazing game you want to play with a controller or a keyboard.
Yeah. But, guys, moving on now to more news. Valve, after seeing what happened to Campo Santo's game Firewatch on Steam, are going to review their review policy, to stop review bombing, which happened to Firewatch this week after they each issued a DMCA takedown against PewDiePie for saying some shit on the internet while doing a stream. He was doing a stream on YouTube. He was playing a game. He was playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground, actually. And something happened in the game while he was playing. And he kind of said the N-word. He dropped it like
He didn't say it this time. He almost did.
He
was like that.
and basically,
Stop.
but he didn't he kind of said I'm sorry right away. He kind of caught himself and said I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he didn't he didn't do what I thought he should have done. What he should have done is stop playing the game for a second and told his listeners or viewers watching live, look, guys, I understand this is a sensitive topic. I understand the situation that's happening in your country, in the United States. Because he's not from the United States. He's from Denmark.
Yeah.
But he should have stopped the stream and apologized right there and then and said, like, look, I'm going to issue a full apology later on. But he never did. And he did issue an apology afterwards. Like, he made a video afterwards. But he should have done it, like, right there and then, I feel like. He should have just stopped the stream and, like, stop making money for a second, you know, like, I'm going to stop this real quick.
I think he just needs to be like, okay, I'm a mature streamer now. You know, I only stream to 18 and over.
I don't know, man. Like, his money still, he makes a lot of money.
I know.
The kids.
He's going to take a huge hit. Either way, he's going to take a huge hit.
Yeah, but according to, well, after that, what happened was Firewatch, the team Campo Santo came through and they issued a DMCA takedown, which is a digital media, whatever, fucking takedown, whatever the fuck. They have the rights to it.
Which is kind of the wrong way to do this, but like.
But it's in the EULA, right? It's in the EULA.
This wasn't necessarily the way we could do this, but we couldn't get a hold of PewDiePie to talk to him, so this was the easiest way for us to go about taking the content down.
I have a question. I haven't uploaded a video to YouTube in quite a while, but couldn't PewDiePie have just taken the video down to himself and edited it and put it back up? Isn't it just as simple as that?
The thing about doing live, Gunny, is when you're live, what you say is there.
It's, like right now.
Yeah.
Right now, we're live.
But still, that was watching him in his stream saw it happen. You know.
Right. I know he can't undo it. I'm just saying, couldn't he? I mean, I assume it's like in a video form of some sorts.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I'm just.
It's when it happens, people see it, and he can't edit it. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
All right.
Everyone already knows. So what's the point?
Right. I guess the video would come down either way, even if he edited it. Yeah.
People would have seen it already, and that's the thing. That's what he was doing, a live stream. He didn't stop it. Campo Santo came through. They issued that takedown. They removed all their YouTube was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna remove all your videos from PewDiePie. So they did. They just fucking removed all the Firewatch videos from PewDiePie's account, and they issued PewDiePie a strike. Which, if you get 3 strikes on YouTube, you're done.
You're out.
Your account is done. PewDiePie got one yesterday or the other day this week. He got one for that. What he said, right? Which wasn't right. He should have not said that, but he did, and he fucked up. It happens. He got a strike for that. But then PewDiePie was pissed. He was like, "Look, guys, what the fuck? You know, like, you guys shouldn't have issued this takedown. What the fuck? I would have just removed the videos, well, you know." But at the end of the day, YouTube was like, "Look, at the end, in the end user license agreement, which is the EULA, you agree to this shit when you are a content maker like us, the horrible gamers." Any other podcast out there, any YouTuber, any streamer, we all agree to this shit when we buy a game. When you click A at the main menu and you see that beginning part and you say yes, 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 you skip everything and you don't read it, you're agreeing to all kinds of shit. You're agreeing to
but you're not expected to understand all that.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not. Nobody's going to understand all that.
That's what agreeing to it means, Gunny.
I just press A and go, I guess.
I know, but
most people do. Yeah, we're supposed to read it. That's what the
You're
companies.
supposed to read that shit.
The companies.
I'm not saying that I read that shit because I don't read that shit either. But
I was gonna say, why don't you come over here, Ryan, and then you can read it for me, okay?
No, you never know what's in there, man.
Tell me what it is. Give it to me in a nutshell.
No one knows what it means, man. Like, we just agree to this shit. And there was companies before that have done like a few gimmicks, you know, like in the EULAs where they like said like, "You're gonna give us $10 million for this shit, or you're gonna give us $1 million." You know, you agree to give us $1 million, and people are like agreeing to this. But what's gonna happen here? I want to know if PewDiePie wants to take this to court, which he could. Will this change the precedent? Will this set a precedent for people in the future, for streamers in the future, you know? Because streaming is a career now. I know some people that do that shit for a living.
Yeah.
Right? And like PewDiePie, he does that shit for a living. If his YouTube account gets taken down, that dude is fucked. He lost like $8 million, you know, if he loses that account.
He's going to lose a lot, yeah.
That's not no money to laugh at, man. $8 million is a lot of fucking money.
Well, he needs to be more careful on what he says.
But should YouTube just be siding with companies, and should we all be expected to agree to these EULAs, which we don't read? And that's what I think PewDiePie, if he wanted to, could take it to court and be like, look, man, nobody reads this shit. Nobody knows what the fuck this means. You're like,
that's not an excuse, though.
But
didn't it happen with that guy? That
it could be.
Mr. Personality or whatever he was. He was playing Battlegrounds or Fortnite. I forgot what he was playing, right? And didn't he like tweet out to one of the people in the company and said he was going to kick him in the head or something?
Oh, that guy. I remember Doctor something or whatever.
In Battlegrounds.
Yeah, and then he like tweeted at them, and then he apologized for tweeting at them.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens, man. But like, he knew he was doing that, and that's, you know.
I'm surprised Twitch didn't get involved on that, but maybe they did, and I just didn't.
It's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird. I think that like nowadays, you know, everybody's so sensitive towards anything you say, anything you want to say. And even though Americans, we claim we have freedom of speech, we can't really say whatever we want to say because we offend somebody all the time.
Yes.
And it just happens, man. It just happens.
On Facebook, you know, like, oh my God.
Like even us on this podcast, we can't offend people. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, you know, because sometimes you want to just talk, and you're talking like you used to talk all the time. And back in the day growing up, man, we used to say shit all the time that wasn't right, but nowadays you can't say certain words that we said growing up. And there's words that I said growing up that, you know, you couldn't say nowadays, you know, like for example, you can't say like, oh, that's gay.
No.
No. You can't say like, oh, that's gay, or like, oh, you can't say shit like that. You can't.
I was listening to that podcast that I posted to you guys that I think, Jesus, you turned me on to.
Like it's the truth.
They were talking about how the same thing. Like they were talking about,
you can't say that.
Retard or retarded or something. Yeah,
you can't say retarded. You can't say that anymore.
Yeah, like you just can't go out.
And the thing is, growing up as a kid, like in the 90s and in the early 2000s, you know, going to school and shit, like you heard that in school all the time.
All the time.
And all of a sudden, like 2010, like everybody was like, oh, no, you can't say words. You can't say this. We can't offend people. And it's like, what the fuck? But it happens, you know, and it's the truth is that's the way life is now, guys. So be careful what you say. Don't offend people. And I wonder what the policy is on Xbox Live if you say that to somebody. Like, will they ban you? Does Xbox Live know what you say to people?
No, I think someone would have to report you, and then it would be a whole thing. Then, yes, they could probably go back and see. But I don't know.
But does that mean Xbox Live records everything we say on Xbox Live?
Oh, of course they do.
You think they do? You think they have the ability to go back and hear whatever you say on your party or?
Nah, maybe not.
In your party, I mean that's like, kind of like an invasion of privacy. But hey, we might agree to that when we click A on the beginning.
Yep.
It's all recorded somewhere, just sitting there for us.
Yeah.
Everything we have ever said on Xbox Live is recorded.
Sitting there waiting to incriminate you.
Yes.
Oh,
Alan,
you know how many times I said I fucked your mom or something? Oh, you fucked your mom. Oh man, it's just
they're just making sure that you can't run for the president.
I know, right? Do you remember when back in 2011 in Xbox Live you said, quote, I fucked your mom, you noob tuber?
And you were teabagging it.
Yeah.
Because this is the type of shit that's going to be used in future elections, guys.
It's like your mom did.
It's gonna, I don't know. I just feel like that's just the way it is. It's the future.
I think he needs to learn from this.
Brian Tulp Jr. said that might get you elected.
It might. Nowadays, it might.
That kind of talk, absolutely.
Nowadays.
It might nowadays. Things have changed.
But you know what the difference is? Is money. He's got money. Lots of it. So
No. Yeah, but, we'll see what happens with PewDiePie.
Well, I was thinking about the president, but, okay, even with PewDiePie, like, I think he just needs to shut his mouth already. He apologized, move on with it. He's got the strike. These are private companies.
The thing is he's just being him. He's just being him. And now that he has this, he's had this spotlight on him forever. He's slipping up and showing his real side of him. And, like, people are fucking, having a shit about it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not agreeing with what he said. He did not, There's no reason to do that, you know. But you got to remember, like, things like in different places, things are different, you know. Like,
Yeah, it might
you
not
think of
mean
Australia,
the same thing.
In Australia, the word cunt is a normal thing that's said every day.
Whoa.
Isn't it?
For us, yes, they fucking call each other cunts all the time.
I don't feel safe
You get an
here.
Australian, you get an Australian.
I feel offended right now.
You talk to 'em.
Right.
I feel like the Canadians
All right,
offended me right now.
Well, no Australians on this podcast, okay?
Mexican American.
I feel offended
Just
right
Englishman, you bloke.
That was really good, Gunny.
I'm an Englishman. I'm telling you, these guys don't believe me. I'm an Englishman. What is my first name?
My name is Henley.
Right? It's from England, from Oxfordshire for sure.
I'm British too, Henley.
now. British.
So you know.
Shut the fuck up. You're Canadian.
You're a French man.
You're fucking French Canadian.
My nan was all like, "Oh, bloke, get it."
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry.
But you know, we'll see what happens with PewDiePie. We'll see if he takes it to court or not. You know, some people are saying that YouTube is kind of overstepping their grounds, and some streamers are saying that companies have too much power over their content. They're like, hey man, you know, we make a living off of this. We're doing the content. We're doing our own thing. Why the fuck do these companies have the right to come in and say whatever they want about our streams? When we paid for the game, we got the license to the game, you know. Why do they have the right to say what we say over the game? You know, it doesn't make sense. So
Well, it all depends. Someone like PewDiePie was probably given Firewatch for free by the company, so he's not paying for it.
Or another company that represents Firewatch.
He's getting a free copy to review because they know that he has millions of viewers and people are going to listen to him, right? So, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, we don't like you anymore, so we're going to take that away." You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just stupid to me. I mean, like, and like I said before, I get that, you know, what he said wasn't right, but I don't think that the way they went about this was right either, you know.
Yeah, and as much as I agree, as companies protecting their... I believe in companies having the right to protect their intellectual properties. But this wasn't... Yeah, this... I feel like in a certain point, like PewDiePie should just take him to court and be like, you know what? Have a federal judge decide if a company should have the right to fuck with the streamer's stream or livelihood, basically, because of something they said during the stream. I don't think that should be right, especially in a country with freedom of speech. I feel like that's not right, regardless if they own the property or not. You know, like you're not portraying the game. When you're streaming, you're portraying yourself playing the game. You're not portraying the game to somebody. You know what I mean? It's the difference. And
that's like drinking a Red Bull and cursing and saying whatever you want to say.
Yeah, it's like saying like, "Oh, Red Bull gives me wings," and thinking you're gonna jump off of a building and shit. Like, you know. Yeah, it's just it's weird, you know. Yeah. Like I don't think they should have the right to do that.
Spilling a coffee in your lap and then suing McDonald's. Oh wait, that happened.
And then winning the lawsuit.
It was hot. It's coffee, you fucking idiot.
The fucking stupid people. Hey man, but
I think the best he can hope for on this one is, I know you talk about going to court, but I believe what ends up happening with YouTube is, I believe it's called arbitration, which is kind of like court. So I think the best that'll come out of this is the strike will be removed, and the end result will be, look, the video will not be put back up, but the strike will be removed. So I think that's the best he can hope for, and just move on and keep his mouth in check.
But he already lost like earlier this year. What happened earlier this year? He did something else.
Didn't he do like Nazis or something like that?
He did the fucking Hail Hitler salute or something.
Video with Nazis in it or something. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
he's just
and then Disney ended up
overstepped his boundaries.
Disney ended up dropping him for that. He lost his Disney contract, man.
Yeah, but wasn't he making fun of Nazis?
Yeah.
Wasn't he making fun of Nazi?
I don't know what he was doing.
It's sort of.
According to him, he was making a joke, but according to some people, he didn't sound like he was making a joke at the moment. You know, it's hearsay. You don't know what the fuck happened, really, unless you watch the video, or you watched it live or whatever. You know. But it's kind of like that has me worried about what your kids see and what they watch on YouTube. That's why, you know, That has me thinking about that and whole thing in general as well, because my daughter watches YouTube and she watches Minecraft videos. Like, she loves Minecraft. She watches Minecraft videos and Roblox. That's how she knows how to play those games so well.
Yeah.
But you could watch those videos. So many parents could have watched PewDiePie in the last few years so many times and been like, "Oh, this guy just acting like an idiot, laughing and making jokes, and then he's harmless." And all of a sudden he's talking about Nazis and saluting Hitler and fucking, saying fucked up shit and racist comments on videos. And you're like, whoa, you would have never heard that as a parent if you already screened it once. And it's kind of hard. Like, I think, like, at what point does YouTube just say, like, you know what? You can't just do anything. Just be controlled. Like a television, like TV. Like TV, you can't say nothing. That's the thing about television. You can't, kids can watch TV because TV is safe, man. You can't, they have people watching that shit constantly. Even live television.
Is it, though?
But even live TV, they don't let, back in the day, they wouldn't let shit slip out, man. Like, fuck.
Well, no, there's always a buffer. You know what I mean? They have a 10-second buffer, so if something happens, they can beep it out if it's live.
Yeah, so they know what's going on, right? So, but I mean, like,
same with radio.
Should YouTube just have something in place like that? Should they come up with the software that just blocks shit out?
It kind of do.
Kind of.
Like, if you have a YouTube video and you play copyrighted music, they will blank the whole audio out. The video will still play, but you won't be able to hear the audio for whatever chunk that music is playing.
But people also get offended just by, like, history podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever about history. Even if they don't agree with it, they just get offended.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everything offends everybody nowadays, right? Like I said.
I saw a rebel flag in the background.
Yeah, can you imagine if PewDiePie was, like, had a rebel flag somewhere in his room or something, like something. They would have been like, oh, shit, I can't believe that happened. But, guys, moving on now to more news. Xbox One X news. Last piece of news here, kind of. The Xbox One X has come out for pre-orders again.
Yay!
You can pre-order it now at GameStop.
Did you pre-order it again, Jesus?
Best Buy, plenty of places. And I did pre-order it again. I have it pre-ordered at GameStop.
You're not going to be able to come into my party.
Why?
Scorpio edition only, bro.
Oh, it's Scorpio edition only?
Project Scorpio edition only.
Oh, man.
It's hashtag Project Scorpio edition. That's it.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Well,
We built the wall.
I'm going to have to not join your party then, I guess. Anyways, I did pre-order. I did pre-order the Xbox One X. I went into GameStop the other day. Was it like Thursday or Wednesday or something like that? I went in there and I just told dude, hey, I want to pre-order an Xbox One X. And they had like you had to put $100 down to pre-order it. So I put like $125 down to pre-order it. And I told him, are you guys going to have a midnight launch? He's like, oh, we don't know yet. I don't think we will.
Oh, of course they will.
You'd be surprised, Gunny. A lot of companies don't do midnight launches anymore. Or like midnight launch parties. Huh. Especially around here, man. Like, it's like smaller towns and shit. Like, you'd be surprised. It ain't like big California like you, man. It's like smaller cities.
Everything's open all the time, like San Jose.
Yeah. But, so basically that. But if you want to try the Xbox One X this weekend, you can for yourself. Go and play the Xbox One X at a Best Buy.
What?
Yeah, if you head out to Best Buy will be promoting the Xbox One X, and you will be able to have play sessions playing Forza Motorsport 7 on the most powerful console ever made, playing it in 4K HDR. The Saturday sessions will begin from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time, while the Sunday sessions will be from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. time.
Have fun getting into that.
That's if your store supports it, if your store even has it. I looked it up in mine. There's a mall in my area. Well, not in my area. I have to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to get there. But there's a mall around here that I could go to try this. And I've been thinking about it. But it's on Saturday, September 23rd and the 24th, which is today and tomorrow.
I still have my old Best Buy shirt, so I'll just sneak it in there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, put your little name tag on. And,
Alan, I work here. What department do you work in?
Let me play.
I work here sometimes.
Sorry, employees don't get to play.
That would be some shit that would
You
happen.
get screwed.
I'll just use it to get the line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just take
man.
your jacket off real quick. Excuse me, pardon me.
But that's the Xbox One X news, guys. And I'm fucking hyped, dude. Like, I think just physically handing the dude the money, getting my receipt with the fucking thing on it, just made me more hyped than ordering it on Amazon. I don't know what it is. I'm fucking hyped now. Hype!
Yeah. I got my Target one. I assume it just comes in when it comes in from UPS.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I have a Scorpio edition pre-order, Gunny, if you want it.
That's what I have. I already have one.
Oh, you already have one? Yeah, I have a See, I have the Scorpio on the Amazon, but I don't like the Scorpio green letters.
Oh, come on, Jesus.
I just don't like the way
It's
the
just
console
letters.
looks. No, I just don't like the way the console looks, man. I don't.
You're never going to see it anyways. It looks exactly the same. They're both the same.
No, the other one's black.
No, it's still like that gunmetal gray black.
No, it's
I wonder
black.
and I'm sure the box will be different. Probably how.
Yeah, the box will be different.
The box will be different, and it'll say
But
ugly
that
Scorpio
was that.
edition.
Like, really. Like, the box is different. Yay.
Yeah, see, I kind of want the standard one. Because I thought about also trading in my Xbox One towards it, right? Or my brother's Xbox. So I'm going to give my brother my Xbox One S. I'm going to trade in his OG Xbox towards it. And doing it on Amazon sucks ass because it takes like about 3 weeks to get everything done. It takes like about a week for them to send you the box, a week for you to send the console, then like a few days for them to actually evaluate the console, and then deposit the money into your account. So you have to time everything right before the launch.
That's your stupidity for ordering it on Amazon.
Yeah, so I didn't order it. So that's why I ordered it through GameStop, so I can just walk in on the 7th and hand them the Xbox and be like, hey, throw this shit on top of whatever the fuck trading bullshit you got going on. Yeah. I'll get like $60 for it.
I don't know if I should just take it down to Best or GameStop or just sell it on Craigslist.
Keep it.
Craigslist, probably.
Well, what am I going to do with it? Then I'll have 3 Xboxes.
I have currently 2 plugged in 2 different rooms.
Right? So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is going to replace my day one Xbox One.
The problem with having 3 is you can't share with all consoles.
Yeah.
One console's not going to have.
If I put it in the other room,
games on it, right?
I'd never play it. My wife doesn't play video games, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll just whatever I can get out of it. So probably GameStop will give me $30 for it.
No, they'll give you like 100 at least. 100
with the controller, I would think. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Just trade her in. I'm gonna trade my S in. So that's the plan for me.
But I'm excited to get that 4K TV. And
did you find one yet?
The one that I've been looking at, the one that I've been sticking with, as far as the one that I want, is
you still know with the Sony?
Yeah, I'm still looking at the Sony that's got like a good rating, but it's like $1,900. But it's not like an OLED or a QLED.
Sony, man. You're paying for the name Sony.
Yeah, you are.
I like Sony though. I like their colors.
Totally.
They come out the best
LG or
like,
Samsung, dude. Get the LG or the Samsung. And I would go Samsung over LG personally.
Mm-hmm.
No, then there's some Samsungs I'm looking at too.
I would go with Samsung, man. Get the fucking Samsung.
So let me tell you a story about Samsung. My coworker recently bought a QLED.
Yeah.
And he said his TV all of a sudden wouldn't turn on. Like, for a while, like, he would turn on with the controller. Because the TV doesn't have any buttons on it. It's so thin it doesn't have any buttons on it. So you have to use a remote. But his remote wouldn't sync. Because it would say the Bluetooth isn't working. So he was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden his TV would just turn on. It would say Samsung QLED. And then it would just shut off. And they kept doing that, and they kept doing that. And then he took it back to the store, and the store was like, we can't take it back because you already called Samsung. So then Samsung didn't know what the fuck to do because they were like, look, we can't work on it. We have to send somebody out there to look at it. But we don't have anybody in the area that knows how to work on QLED yet. So we can't send nobody out there yet. So he was like, what the fuck, dude? He was on for like weeks talking to Samsung. Finally, he did some shit where all he had to do was switch out the box, which is the actual brain of the TV, which is a separate box that connects to the television, which is really weird. I thought that was fucking bizarre, man. Like he didn't have to like send the TV back. They just gave him like a new box, like a new brain.
The one
box.
that where the HDMI cables go into. Yeah.
And he said that was what the problem was in that box, and they just switched it out. Which is
Weird.
Weird. But
I mean, at least they did something, right? It's better than Sony would do for you. I bet you Sony would just give you a kick in the ass.
Well, Samsung was being what he did was he kind of did like this little he kind of scammed this he kind of scammed Samsung because he went to the store and they kind of talked to the owner of the store because it's like a video shop or whatever, and they're like, look, man, he was like, I need to fix this. This isn't working. And the guy was like, look, I'll switch out the mother or the brain or whatever the fuck it's called for yours, and I'll give you one from a new TV, and we'll just send the other one back with the other TV to Samsung and have them refund us for that TV. So obviously the serial numbers won't match, but they had to do that to get it fixed because he said Samsung was just jerking him around, dude. They were like, we'll call you back in 48 hours. We promise we'll call you back in 48 hours with the refund. And then like 3 days later, nobody would call him, and they'd be like, what the fuck? And then they would call Samsung, and Samsung would be like, oh, we have no recording of that call, or we have no reference of that call in our notes. Yeah. So it doesn't show that anybody talked to you and anybody said they would call you back. And they're like, what the fuck? We talked to this person. They're like, well, we don't know who that person is. We don't know who that is. We don't know. We don't have any recording of that call. You're like, what the fuck, dude? So he was really pissed off at Samsung. For the longest time, he wanted his refund. But now he just got it fixed. So he's like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. Because he ended up paying like $1,800 for that TV, dude. It's expensive television.
You know what they need? They need Xbox Live.
That's what I was
saying. All their conversations.
Yeah, you pay a lot of money for these TVs, dude. And like sometimes even like just the cheap TV will do, man. You gotta just, I don't know, get what you get, man.
Like I said to you, if you're gonna fucking spend $1,800 on a fucking Sony LED fucking TV, look into the fucking lower end QLEDs or fucking OLED TVs. Because if you're gonna spend that much, you might as well get the top of the line shit, man.
Yeah.
And those
but Sony
OLED
is top of the line. I've had a Bravia in my living room now for like 7 years, and it works perfectly fine.
Sony. You pay for the name. It's lower end shit that you're paying more money for. If you bought the Samsung version of that exact same fucking TV, you would pay like $1,200 for it instead of $18.
You know what?
There is another version.
Name Sony plastered on your fucking TV.
You know what brand I use and I've been using for the last 8 years now would be Vizio, man. I've used Vizio for forever now. And the Vizio 4K that I have right now works perfectly fucking fine. Like, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. When I play it, I'm like, I don't complain. When I watch movies, I'm like, this looks fucking awesome. And you know what? Maybe an OLED will look better. I don't doubt it, because the deeper blacks or whatever. But it is what it is, dude. Just enjoy what you get. Like, it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. Just as long as it has HDR10 and HDR Dolby and 4K, you're pretty much set. Pretty much. Like, you're going to spend a lot of money on that name, though. Sony is expensive, dude. They have, like, the most expensive televisions out there.
Yeah, I was looking at their, like, A1 flagship mother, of all TVs. I was like, oh, my God, that thing is, like, way too expensive. There's no way.
Oh, if you look at the top-end OLED TVs, they're, like, $5,000.
Yeah.
But they're fucking gorgeous. If you have the money, go for it. But, like, because it's going to be an awesome TV. But, man, it's a lot of money. Yeah. But you can get a good lower end OLED for like $2,000. You know what I mean? Like
that's it. If you're dead set,
go and get one of those LEDs because they're beautiful.
That's if you're dead set on
OLED. For that $2,000 price range, put it in there. I'll buy it as long as it's got that good rating, like Bray's saying.
You have to make sure that has the good. There's like a delay. It's called like
MS?
The fuck is it called? The MS, the input, the millisecond input.
Yeah.
Like my TV has a pretty good input. I looked up the ratings on ratings. Like there's a website called ratings.com, RTINGS.
That's a good website.
And you can go on there. You can compare television. They do reviews for every year, mostly every model, and they do all the name brands like fucking Sony, Samsung, LG, Vizio, fucking all the big brands. They even do the ones that are coming up right now. What's the other brand that's like a Walmart brand that's like?
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
Dynex?
Not Dynex. The other ones that are like HTC, not HTC.
TLC or something like that.
TLC?
What the fuck are they called?
Like
there's an off brand. It's like Hisense, but like different brand. That's for
here in America.
And the TV says made here in the USA, but it's like an HDR TV, and it's supposed to be like the ratings are really good for like a $500 television. People are like losing their minds trying to get this TV because it has really good ratings for gaming. It has HDR, it has all that bullshit. It has like low input lag, all that crap, and it's wild. Like people are going crazy.
That's what I'm looking at. You know, what looks good, what's got the low input lag, because that's what it was going to be for. I'm not a big movie TV show watcher.
Yeah, and neither am I. That's why my
TV,
I use it mostly for gaming, and as long as it does the HDR, it works fine. And then and it'll tell you. The TV tells you when it switches into HDR mode because you can look at it and you can like click on the info and it'll be like HDR 10 or HDR Dolby or fucking 4K, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, more news real quick. The Destiny 2 PlayStation 4 Pro crash errors are continuing to plague the system. Sony and Bungie have said they're working on it, but according to them, there's an issue involving crashes on the PlayStation 4 Pro that have not been fully resolved. Bungie recently passed along a message from Sony's support account on Twitter, which states, "We are aware that some Destiny 2 users have seen crash issues on the PlayStation 4 Pro. We and Bungie are working to resolve. Thanks for your patience."
Won't it be funny if it runs perfectly fine on the One X?
This is just... I think this is ridiculous. How do you have
your flagship game doesn't work with your
flagship game on the flagship console and they don't work?
Oh, shit.
Can you imagine the people that bought that Destiny 2 PS4 Pro bundle? They're getting these crashes. They're probably fucking pissed. I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says here, Bungie has confirmed reports of players encountering crashes which yield a PS4 error code, whatever, blah, 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 blah. This is the official help page for this error. Dates back to April and talks about updating firmware, reinstalling your original hard drive if you swapped it out, or formatting the system. So, can you imagine if you have to format your system just to play Destiny 2? Fuck that, man.
Wow.
But I'm sorry, man. Sorry for you, Sony, flagship Destiny players. Fucking sucks for you, man. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, eh? Sorry.
Oh, we're sorry, eh?
Sorry.
But besides that, guys, I've just been looking at more of PlayStation 4 news and Xbox One X news. And it just seems like the Xbox One X is building up a hype lately, and people are winning at Taco Bell. Have you guys played that Taco Bell game?
I haven't been to Taco Bell lately.
There's people winning, man. There's people winning that shit.
I usually go there on Monday.
There's people winning those,
Friday and Monday.
like off of those boxes. They're winning these fucking consoles. So
I thought you were eating there every day, Jesus.
I'm eating there like at least.
Yeah,
I ate there yesterday. Lunch. I ate there the day before. The day before that, no, I've ate there quite a fucking few times since.
I gotta go to the taco. It's right around the corner from me. I'll go and I'll check and see if we have it here.
Get the $6.
I don't know if we do though.
The funny thing is, Jesus has a console pre-ordered on 2 different places, and he still eats it.
No, and he's still trying to win one.
I'm trying to win one. I really want one, man. Like
Someone's gonna resell.
The thing is that if you win one, it tells you that it takes about I think that's 4 to 12 weeks after launch that they're gonna ship it out to you. So it's gonna be a while before you get it. But hey, man, it's free, so.
Right.
You can't beat free.
I'm just hyped.
You just sell that on eBay in the box, unopened.
I'm so hyped for the Xbox One X, man. Who isn't? Are you guys not hyped? I'm fucking so hyped. I've been watching Forza videos and fucking all kinds of videos for all these games.
You know what? I actually forgot. I played the Forza 7 demo. I played it on both the Xbox One and on the PC. And it's just more Forza. It looks great. It's really short though. You play, I think, on that Nuremberg track.
Yeah, the Nuremberg.
Yeah. It's
the Germany map.
Huh?
The Germany.
Yeah, that one in Germany, and then you're like in these like race trucks or whatever. I didn't like that view. Like if you're looking back from it, you kind of just see the top of the truck. You can't really see. It seems like you can't see a lot of the track in front of you, like you would normally view it from. So it looks like they added that. And I forgot what the other. There was like 3 different modes like one was the Porsche and the other car, Nissan or something, and then the trucks. So yeah, it looks exactly.
This is the first game. This is the first game in a while where they're gonna have the Porsche back, right? Where like they're gonna have the actual Porsche like logo and shit back.
Yeah.
Last one had a late.
It did, but I mean, like before that, they didn't have him in the game, did they? Or even if they did have him, they would be called like something else.
Yeah,
they
I think now
called
it's just
something
official.
else.
Like Puss.
Like they've always had like the Porsche pack or like an actual like Porsche expansion pack.
Porsche instead of Porsche.
So hopefully, but I'm sure they're still going to charge you for like the DLC, which is kind of like the part of the campaign where it's like buy the Porsche pack for like $15.
Oh fuck! Of course they're going to, Gunny.
Yeah.
How do you think they make money?
See,
but this time I'm going to be smart. I'm going to buy the Ultimate Edition.
That's exactly.
I wish
how
they give you the
money.
car packs for free, but the campaign you can charge me for that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right. You want it the other way around, huh?
Yeah, I want
Why?
the cars for free,
How?
but I don't care about the campaign.
So
'Cause I
you
play online.
only get to play them online?
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Oh, really? So you only play
See,
online?
I like the single player campaign.
Yeah, I play with my brother and a couple of our friends. We have like private matches, but I play online as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember playing on Forza Motorsport 5. I used to play the online where it was called like Tag or something like that. Everybody had to run away from the one guy that was it, and then you fucking tag somebody
I
else.
forgot what that's called. Yeah.
Or the hide and seek one, where you had to like find people and fucking tag them real quick, and then they would be found. And then they would help you find the other people.
Yeah, what is that called, Alan? Where you just chase the guy around?
You chase each other down.
I think it's actually called tag. But me and 3 of my other friends, we actually have our own mode we create. We have 2 people race and then 2 people trying to crash into them. So it's 2 teams basically. And each team has a racer and another guy that crashes, trying to basically make it harder for a guy to finish the kind of across the line. Which is fun.
Those online modes are fun. They are fun.
Yeah.
But, guys, more news real quick before we go. Xbox One will now support third-party webcams. That means if you never invested in the Xbox One Connect, you can now use, well, if you're an alpha insider, like in the insider program, if you're in the alpha ring, you will now be able to plug in an external USB 3 compatible webcam and use that to stream, and to use that to like stream your face or whatever, you know, because even if you don't have a Connect, you can see your face. You know, most streamers, people want to see the streamer, so now you can use like an external webcam. And
that's cool because I have the Connect back here in this room, but if I want to stream and I'm out in the living room, I could just pull my webcam out. And
it says here that it's available for...
I'll have to try that because I am in the alpha, so...
It says for the alpha Xbox Insider members. It says not with all the Insider members, just the alpha ring. It seems that it has gone live in the last few hours, actually. This article is only like 5 hours old. So I
got the alpha like a week ago. Like when the other one went live, it was like 2 days after that I got the alpha. I remember last week I mentioned that when I went to turn off my Xbox, I realized that I had a different build because the screen that comes up is different when you're shutting off. Like, pick your controller and turn off Xbox and feedback or whatever the other option is.
Yeah.
That looks different in this build. That was when I realized that I had a new build. I was like, oh, okay.
So yeah, you can check that out, Ryan, if you get a chance to try that out. That'd be.
I don't know if my webcam is USB 3 though. I'm not sure about that.
I wonder if other USB modes would work, like if the regular USB would work.
Probably.
Maybe.
Like a number 2.
I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
But anyways, guys, here I got more news for you. If you're looking to upgrade to the Xbox One X, but you don't have a 4K TV just yet, you just don't have it, right? Because you haven't bought it. You think, I don't need a DTV. Why am I wasting my money on a new television? I just bought this 1080p TV 2 years ago. Why should I buy a new one? Don't worry. Microsoft has come out and said that if you have a 1080p television, you will still get very many upgrades and enhancements for your television and for your gaming experience in general. They say that you will get better load times regardless if you're on 4K or not.
Absolutely.
With over, I think it's over 8 gigabytes of RAM on the Xbox One X.
No, it's 16, I think, isn't it?
Well, it's over 8 for gaming, like for your OS.
Oh, yeah. Altogether, I think they have like...
Altogether, they have like 13 or 12 or something like that, yeah. But with over 8 gigabytes of RAM for the games to load and shit, they say it's going to be much faster. As well as, they say 4K enhanced games, such as Forza, Tomb Raider, Gears of War, Halo 5, and many, many others. You were going to get super sampling on your TV, Gunny, and you can enjoy full 1080p experience with enhanced textures, better load times, better everything on your TV that you have right now, regardless of what TV you have. It's pretty cool. And they say a 1080p super sampled image should still be noticeably better over what the Xbox One S currently provides. So you should be, good.
Wait, this is for Brian Taub Jr. I have the power.
What's going on right now?
He's He-Man. The chat. He said, "I'm He-Man come to life."
Yeah, and also if you they say that the Xbox One X will use HDR10 like the Xbox One S. So they're not going to change that. They're going to keep using HDR10. And they say Microsoft now has more than 130 titles that will be enhanced for the Xbox One X, a considerable amount more than Sony had for its PlayStation 4 Pro launch. But it is still too early to know exactly how each game will be updated or optimized to work on the Xbox One X. But they do say, for example, Rise of the Tomb Raider will offer you a choice of playing 1080p super sampled or 4K native. So you'll get a chance.
Probably the 1080p would probably.
They say the 1080p
like
mode
60 frames per second, right?
Yeah, they say the 1080p mode will have more advanced textures and better environments in general over the 4K native, but the 4K native will be in 4K native. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it really depends up to you which mode you want to play it in.
It's nice having a choice.
Yeah, and I think the PlayStation to give the PlayStation 4 Pro credit here, I think they had that same option in their system, right, when they launched.
I believe so. When it was at launch, yeah. When it launched,
I think they had like the 4K mode, and then they had the 1080p super sampled or whatever. But pretty sure, like, if you have a 4K TV, you can dumb it down to 1080p, right? Like, that's an option, right? Am I wrong? Canadian?
What is the question?
If you have a 4K TV, like Ryan has a 4K TV.
Oh yeah, Ryan could.
And he wants to. Can he dumb down his TV to 1080p to super sample it?
I think it's based on what you're streaming off or what are you using.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'll use the 4K assets because I have a 4K TV.
But you couldn't change it?
Why would you though?
to get like, I mean, they say like the 1080p super sample will have better like in dynamic.
Yeah, but it's not going to use my full screen, and then my TV would probably just upgrade it anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. What else?
I would think you'd probably have to go like, I'm assuming on your TV where you'd have to go into the general setup, right, to change that. Like, is that not an option, Ryan, in there?
Though? Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Well, I don't have a 1X. I can't run things at 4K. I run the dashboard at 4K, but that's because it lets me.
Mm-hmm.
My 1S lets me do that, right? But
really, the dashboard is in 4K. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go in and set your thing to 4K, your dashboard will be in 4K.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, right, because it
Notice the difference when you got your TV, Jesus? It looks a lot crisper.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You got to think about it. If it's actually running at 1080p, it's only going to use like a quarter of your screen.
Would it, or would it just use less pixels per inch?
Well, that's the thing. Your TV is going to upscale it to fit the screen, but it's still going to be a picture that's like, you know, a quarter of the screen blown up to fit the entire screen. So why would you do that? You know what I mean? It wouldn't really make any sense.
Yeah. I'm not sure, man. Well, yeah, you're right. Guys, real quick, one last question I have for you guys. This is a question from me to you. You guys on the podcast.
To the community or to
the community. Are the days of single-player campaigns over? Are the days of playing by yourself at home, hanging out alone over? Are they over? I mean, are we seeing like the death of them?
I hope not.
Most games nowadays either offer a co-op mode, some kind of mode where they have to add another player, or like an online option like Destiny where you're just online all the time. It doesn't let you pause ever even. Do you guys feel like single player campaigns are just done? Like we're just done with these experiences?
I think in recent we did see a big surge. Mm-hmm. You know, especially when I played back on the 360, where those were extremely popular with single player campaigns, and there was many hours of content. You know, I was even thinking back to PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. You know, and I said I was going to get this game on Xbox when it comes out because I can play it on a controller and play with my friends. I'm sure it'll be fun with a group of people, you know, a squad of 3. So I don't know. We'll see if I even like that. It's just this. But I like the online games just as well. Destiny, Battlefield, you know, play with a group.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man. It's hard for me to like game with people because, like I said, I work a lot, right? I'm always working. Like I work about 70 hours a week, 60 hours a week. So I'm always working, and it's really hard for me to game with people. Like Destiny, for example, it's a really hard game for me to get with people, and I appreciate the people that do get with me when I'm on. But I kind of don't want single-player campaigns to end. Like, I had a blast playing Mass Effect Andromeda by myself, dude. Like, that shit was fun. You know, even though I was by myself, I felt like I had a crew with me. Like,
and I think there's always going to be games like that, Jesus. You know, there's always going to be the Skyrim. There's always going to be the Mass Effect.
Fallout.
Right, you know.
Dragon Age.
The Fallout, the Dragon Age, yeah. You know, single-player RPG games, Final Fantasies. You know, stuff like that.
But I think, you know, like, Jesus, you're probably referring to a lot of these AAA.
Well, like, look at PUBG.
Stories,
PUBG has no story. It has no...
No, but it's not a story game.
And I know we talked about this when Rainbow Six Siege
came out.
Rainbow
Six Siege came out, right? No story.
What happened to this game? It was supposed to be Patriots. And
I remember like campaign. that cool Patriots trailer we got about the guy about to blow up himself inside the Wall Street building or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna blow myself up, and he had like the SWAT team rolling in. And like all of a sudden they're like, oh no, we can't have people blowing themselves up. It's politically incorrect. Sorry.
And like Harlan said, Tomb Raider and Horizon Zero Dawn.
It seems like to me, it seems to me like PlayStation has the more single player games.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
God of War.
God of
The
War.
thing is,
It seems like PlayStation has the more single player games. What are
But
you gonna
that's
say?
because Xbox has always been multiplayer
focus.
focused,
Yeah,
right?
you're right. Yeah. Xbox Live, right?
What were you gonna say?
Check out my hat.
Oh, no.
guys.
I was gonna say, it also feels like, for example, I work by myself, so when I get home, I want to talk to my friends. I want to see people, so I want to play online. So if I'm kind of tired of single player games, I don't want to sit by myself again and keep playing something by myself. So I enjoy Destiny and games like that give me opportunity to like hang out with friends. I like that. So I actually like that idea. But Jesus, I'm sure you work with a bunch of people. You just kind of get tired of people. You just want some alone time.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean,
Just come home and play solitaire on your phone.
but my honestly, when I think back in gaming and I think about my most memorable experiences in gaming, I remember the times where like something happened when I was playing with Brink, or something happened when I was playing with Ryan, or something happened when I was playing with Iams, or with some of you guys, you know, like my podcasting buddies, or the podcasting community, man, like playing with Harlan, or with Snyder, or with Alan, or, you know, with Mirza, with like you guys, you know, like
Right.
playing with you guys is what makes my gaming experience fun. It makes it exciting. It makes it cool, you know. I sometimes feel like I made more friendships, like legitimate friendships
Through Xbox Live.
through Xbox Live than I have to like meeting people in real life. Like I talked
My
to
kids said
maybe
the same thing. You know,
Because you have the one thing instant in common, like we all play games.
yeah, we
So
all
it's
play
just
games, right?
different.
We're all friends. We all get together. We all play. Like Jonathan Hall, me and him met up and we went to that Resident Evil thing. We're like fucking friends, dude. And this dude is like a gamer. Like the reason I you know, we're friends is because we're gamers. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just in a way I think that you know, it's a good thing that single player, like, or that games in general are moving to like a multiplayer focused thing. But at the same time, I'm like, man, you know, like those experiences in Uncharted, you know, when you experience that for yourself for the first time, you're like, wow. Or Skyrim even, you're like, whoa, dude, this is amazing. You know?
yeah. What a completely different experience for me a month ago playing City Skylines by myself and just so isolated.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was a good experience.
It was
but
fun.
very
I've been there.
yeah. It's very quiet. It's a quiet experience, you know, unless you have music on.
And you're just sitting there, you're thinking, right? You're thinking, oh, I'm gonna lay this road down here, and put this shit down here, and we'll do this here.
Yeah, your mind's constantly going. Just, yeah, where am I going to put this? Where's that train going? Yeah.
But I
It's
don't
totally
know.
different.
Sometimes I think like maybe the end of single player good stories are done.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
There's
don't think-
I mean,
PlayStation
think
4
about
there.
it. There's lots of single
Bethesda.
player games that are still going to be coming out with new versions. I mean, you look at stuff like Far Cry, Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs was fun. The game was good.
I think Bethesda's figured out a way to take these single player experiences like Skyrim and make them into a
The one, you know
No.
what? You know what's one
That-
company we haven't mentioned that they're the masters of single player games?
Rockstar?
Rockstar.
yeah.
They're the fucking masters of single player games. There's not one single player game that I can think that they released in the last 10 years that hasn't been good.
The thing
But-
is like all these single player games now have a multiplayer element to them.
Well, I mean,
right?
GTA 5
Because-
even had a multiplayer
Because the
element,
problem
right?
with a single player game is you play through it and then you're done. You don't touch it anymore. So they need that multiplayer in there in order to get you to keep playing, coming back to the game. You know what I mean?
Shark card.
So and then they can get money out of you
Yeah.
because they can charge you for, you know, for the longest time it was new maps or new characters or
For some companies it still
microtransactions.
is. Speaking of Rockstar, you know, I love that company. I think everybody does. There's really like no reason to hate that company. And like, what's a bad game they released in the last 10 years? It's really hard to think of one. People like to point at LA Noire, but I personally like that game. I
don't
liked
think
it.
it's a bad game. It was a good.
I just feel like
game.
Yeah,
with some really cool tech.
and like that face technology was like way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time, dude.
Harlan made a good point in the chat where he said Destiny 2 started out as a single-player game.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
I believe it did. Yeah. If I think back on the article,
you remember that Bungie said they were working on it before they left Microsoft Studios, right?
Yes,
they were working on
correct.
it. Yeah, but Microsoft was like, no, we need you to make more Master Chief, and Bungie was like, no, we want to make this new thing over here.
Right.
And they're like, no, you need to make Master Chief cool again. But yeah, but I don't know, man. I just think that Rockstar kills it with single player games. Their stories are fucking crazy. Wild.
Rockstar and also The Last of Us. Who was that developer?
Naughty Dog.
Naughty
Dog. They kill
Rockstar and Naughty Dog are the top
experience.
dudes. Yeah. I mean, Bethesda is good. Everybody likes to point at Bethesda. Oh, Bethesda. But Bethesda's good at like making those role playing games, right?
Absolutely. Right. And now that I think they've figured it out with.
But I mean, they seem to be getting good with the shooters too, because
Scrolls Online.
you look at things like Doom and Wolfenstein, and Dishonored is Bethesda too, right?
Yeah, it is. That's a good stealth game. Yeah, they seem to have like a mixed bag right now where they're trying to figure out where to go.
They got a decent library, handful of games that kind of cross all different genres, which is cool. That's where I get a little off with Rockstar. It seems like they just make the same game with a different skin.
Well, you know what I mean? They make and 3 games at this point.
It all started with Bully. Bully is the same as Grand Theft Auto, is the same as, Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, and then Red Dead, and then, they're all the same format, just with a different fucking skin on them.
Okay, guys, we need a prediction here. Harlan brought it up in chat, and I'm sure we've all seen it. And that is that Red Dead will be announcing something on Thursday at sometime in the morning.
Rockstar released an image this morning at 6 a.m. And I shit you not, guys. I saw this image.
That today?
Yeah, I saw this image, or was it yesterday morning? I saw the image like 4 minutes after it was published by Rockstar on their page. It had like 200,000 shares, fucking 4,000 comments. I was like, this is just 4 minutes ago? What the fuck? And basically,
because I had driven to work, and then I always look at my Facebook when I get to work.
Same here.
And that's when I. It
was like 6 a.m. my time. I'm like, what the fuck?
I saw the tweets popping out. Like
people were losing their shit. We shared it in our group. I shared it. I think Joe Red, our UK guy, shared it, and. We're all commenting on it like, what's gonna happen? What's Rockstar gonna announce? Personally, I think they're just gonna show a trailer with gameplay. And
that's what I'm thinking.
That, like, you guys remember that GTA 5 trailer where they showed the guy biking and the guy skateboarding on the sidewalk and the people walking the dogs and the convertible dropping the fucking top, all that shit? It's gonna be the same thing, but with Red Dead.
What's the release time on this game?
It was pushed back to
2018,
spring.
I think.
Yeah. It was supposed to be originally this fall, Alan. Yeah. Like this year. But they pushed it back to spring. They said they needed to polish it up more, which I don't mind.
Don't release it until it's done.
What happened?
You think they're going to drop the date or announce the date?
They might. They might be like, March 1st or March 5th or some bullshit.
They like to release shit in May.
I think we're going to see something like, hey, here's when we're going to announce, or here's when the game releases. And not only that, but 30 days after that, we announce the online multiplayer,
coming on.
Yeah, like GTA
that's a good timeline because a month after the game drops, I think that's a long enough time for people to play the game, get through it, and want more of it, and get online. Because, dude, the online for Call of Duty, for Grand Theft Auto 5 is fucking killer. Like, I know
but
people
it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember.
When it first released, it had some fucking issues.
It was broken as fuck.
Yeah.
People were pissed.
I can barely stay
Don't they
logged
still
on.
have issues with the
Stay logged
connection?
on.
No, nowadays the connection is pretty stable, and they make tons of money off of that, Alan. The Rockstar has said that they've made over how much money did they say? Like they made over $3 billion or something like that off of just the online.
I tried that game from the Red Box for a day, and I had so many issues connecting with my friends to play online, and never again tried it.
Did you ever try the single player?
No.
Wow, dude, you're missing a good story on that one.
Playing with my friends.
Yeah, you missed a pretty interesting story.
A pretty cool story, man.
Yeah,
they had this story where there was 3 guys. It was Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. There were 3 completely different people. And
you can jump between them.
Yeah, and you can jump between them and do different missions in between them. And
I see it on sale for $30 the other day. Wasn't it last week?
It's like always $30.
Yeah, it's always like $30. So that game, even though it's always on 30 sales and shit for $30, it's always like the top selling game of the month. Always.
Dude, that game still sells. Still to this day sells. And you got to think that's been through 2 console generations.
Yep.
Right.
Like holy fuck, man! And it's still selling.
Yeah.
It came out on the 360.
Yep. That fucking 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know has played it pretty much. Yeah. Except for Alan. Alan is the only one that hasn't played the story.
You know what? I haven't played Witcher either. I haven't beaten it yet.
Don't worry, man. I haven't
It's a long single-player
campaign. I didn't beat it, but I played some of it, but I haven't beat it. Fuck no, that game seems too long.
I did the same thing with The Witcher 2. I played maybe an hour or 2 of it, and I just it didn't fucking hook me, and I walked away from it. And then I tried The Witcher 3 because I had my rental service back then, so I rented it, and the same thing. I just couldn't get into it. I fucking dropped it.
I like the idea of the game. I love the game. It just you have to hide. You have to go offline to play that game.
Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not playing with me, Alan. Why aren't you playing FIFA with me? I've invited you 25 times.
Everybody inviting you and shit.
Yeah.
But besides that, guys, there's really not much else for news. Moving on now to community questions. Do you have the community questions, Gunny? Do you have the questions?
Yes, I do. They're in there.
Oh, they're oh, shit. Okay.
Deshwanta, which I spelled incorrectly. Deshwanta, what's up?
Deshwanta Wright asked, two-part question, guys. Facebook questions, leave them over at Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. We'll leave our post on there every week before we go live on Saturdays, which we are always live on Facebook if you want to watch our pretty faces. But, guys, Deshwanta asked, two-part question. What's the most underrated game of this generation? The most overrated game?
Destiny 2.
So for underrated game, man.
Underrated of this generation.
I have one.
I'm going to have to go with one. I have one. I have one that it was a launch title that I feel was amazing. Has the best visuals to date.
Rise, Son of Rome.
Rise, Son of Rome. That game was so hated by so many people, and people hated on it for the quick time events and stuff. But that game is I go back to it now still and play the multiplayer, the arena mode or whatever. It is still one of the best fucking looking games I've ever in my life played, dude.
Jesus, there's a game I think you're overlooking.
Which game?
Because I know you would think it was underrated. Mass Effect?
Dude, totally.
Right?
Andromeda would probably be the biggest underrated game of this generation, right? It would be, right?
No way.
This year.
Andromeda? No, I mean
Paladins.
Wait, Paladins.
No, you know what?
Paladins.
I have my answer here.
Okay.
My answer to go along with your Paladins is fucking Battleborn. That game was a lot better than people gave it credit for.
And it came out a week before Overwatch.
But listen to this.
Yeah. And it just got fucking swept under the rug.
Was Overwatch Game of the Year or not?
Well, it depends on who you're looking at.
Yeah, probably IGN rated it super high.
And I swear to you, if we take a poll, everyone that played Overwatch and Paladins, they would say that Paladins is way better.
Or can we just say they're equal? I don't know.
I don't know about
I
that.
didn't
I
play
played them
Overwatch,
both.
so
I have
I
them
can't
both.
compare it.
But I played like 20 minutes of Overwatch versus a couple days of Paladins.
Yeah. No, we get it. You like Paladins.
Snyder.
Hey, Fortnite. That's underrated. That's a great game.
Yeah.
Not this generation, but this year.
Is it though?
That's a beta.
It's a game. It's a finished
You can
product.
say the fucking game.
Labels.
Doesn't matter if it's beta bullshit.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
can't think of anything older than what we've played this year.
so the second part to the question.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh, sorry there, Jesus.
For Locos.
You know what you're going to be for
Fucking-
Halloween, guys? Do you know what you're going to be?
Um,
What will you dress as?
I thought about being a
actually.
panda.
We didn't say what was overrated.
Oh, and the most overrated
Oh, I
games.
thought we were answering
Okay.
both.
The
This
most-
wasn't a two-part question. It was a three-part
He
question.
was. He doesn't know how to count. Give him a break.
No, he asked the second one.
Don't know how to count. It's okay.
What was that stupid
Most
Sony-
overrated game.
Oh, that Sony game. That
What
would
Sony?
definitely be my answer. That
Rise of
space.
the Dawn?
No, that's an awesome
No
game.
Man's Sky?
No Man's
Man's
Sky.
Sky?
Was totally overrated.
Totally.
I wouldn't say overrated. It
Totally.
was
Yes. It was like
I
over.
commercialized and
I totally
Over
agree.
the hype was too much for it, right? Like the hype was just over. I made me buy a fucking console for it. Shit.
yeah.
Overhyped. What about the?
I shouldn't say overrated. 'cause
Does
when it came
Nintendo
out,
get a
it was
pass on
less.
this bullshit? Nintendo. Let's see Nintendo overhyped games.
Nintendo. What was overhyped? Everything they put out is
pretty
been
decent,
good
right?
so far.
Hasn't been any. I mean, do you think Odyssey would be over? I don't think it would be overhyped yet, right? Because it's not out.
I don't know, man. I had a lot of fun the little bit that I got to play of that game. I'm looking forward to that.
I legit thought about getting a Switch instead of an Xbox One X, and then I was like, never. No, I would only play that thing for like a week, and I'd get tired of
you
it.
bought your 4K TV. How can you not buy an X?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. That's the whole reason I fucking said it. I was like, I bought a 4K TV. I need to buy this shit.
You're gonna buy a 4K TV and then you're gonna buy a
fucking
fucking
Switch.
console that does 720p. All right, guys.
I'm living in the future in my rooftop parties. But anyways,
I don't turn my Switch
overrated games.
anymore. Jesus, to be honest with you.
You
haven't
should
turned
send
it
it to
on.
me. You should just give it to me because you're a nice Canadian.
1,200 Canadian.
1,200
For-
Canadian.
Have that's the Switch, the dock, the case, the screen
Speak
protector,
American to me. I don't know what
the
you're talking about.
controller,
Canadian.
the two games. Yeah, 1,200 Canadian.
How much is that in American?
I don't know, like $1,000 probably.
Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
Everything, everything you're getting with it.
If you didn't like it, I won't like it. If you're getting rid of it for a reason, I would get rid of it for a reason.
Zelda and Mario Kart.
Oh, Zelda. Ooh. Guys, most overrated games. Let's think of the. So we got No Man's Sky. Was there an overrated game for you, Alan, that you may think was overrated as shit?
FIFA.
Destiny 1, maybe?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Destiny 1 was kind of overrated for me.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you
not-
know what? I played a couple hours of the game. I enjoyed it, but it's different because this time we have a community, and I actually enjoyed Destiny because of you actually have people to play with.
You mean the Horrible Gamers podcast clan? Oh,
Yes.
plug.
To be honest with you, only reason I even play the game because there's people to play with.
Yeah, totally. It makes a big difference, right? When you join a community of gamers and you have
Yeah,
people to game with and you're friends and you're all buddies. We're all fucking friends of the Horrible Gamers
the way,
podcast.
Everyone in that clan. If you're in that clan, don't be afraid to join our games. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
just join us, man. We'd love to play.
As the podcast host, I'm just we're just people, dude.
And
Legitimately.
also, everyone is a lieutenant.
That's right.
Everyone is a lieutenant.
Excuse me? How dare you?
That's the private destro.
Except for private destro.
Fucking private
He's
destro.
still private. Did you fucking upgrade him yet, Jesus?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Snyder won't do it.
Don't upgrade him. Leave him there.
I thought you upgraded him and then upgraded fucking Gunny to like a colonel or something.
Yeah.
I have Gunny as a colonel. He's pissed off about that. No, and I still have him as a.
I'm like
private.
commanding colonel.
Yeah, I still have him as a fucking private.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Jesus, the Tuesday or Wednesday was the. I can now play the new maps on Battlefield.
No,
It was the new DLC dropped right for the regular peoples.
Yes. Now we can play
For sure.
for us non-premium members.
So, hey, question. If I play with you guys, like last time me and Gunny played with, was it Brun from TXL?
Yeah.
And we have the downloadable maps or the DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were still able to play just
You
the
are,
score.
but you don't get score. Yeah, you don't get XP. Yeah.
The XP.
All right, is this the same case in for this now DLC?
Yeah, it is if you don't have it. But if you
Yes.
bought it, like, because Gunny bought it separately, like Gunny paid $15 for it, for the DLC itself. Like he paid $15 for the map pack. He gets to play that DLC, and he will get XP for it now because now it's in. Now it's for everybody. It's open for everybody now until the next
Before
DLC
it was early
comes out.
access, or it was play.
Because if you're premium, if you pay the $50, I think premium was on sale for like $30 this week. But if you're premium, because right now they have the Battlefest, I think it's called Battlefest sale or something like that. They have premium for like half off or like $30 or $25 or something. But if you have premium, you get the DLC 2 weeks early, which is, I don't know. I mean, I've had premium since like Battlefield, so I don't know. I think it's worth it. Some people don't, but to each their own, right?
As long as I get to play the game, but I don't really care. about
It's
the
a
score.
beautiful game, dude. You gotta not lie. Like Battlefield 1, people give it a lot of shit, but it's one of the best games on Xbox Live for first-person military shooters.
Yes.
I agree.
It is.
Are you guys excited about the Call of Duty?
Nah.
No.
To be
No.
honest with you, only reason I got this because Jesus said that Call of Duty was awful.
It was honestly, like, I swear to God, you know, whatever, take that with a grain of salt. I didn't like Call of Duty.
You're talking about the multiplayer,
the
right? Not the
multiplayer,
single player.
the beta that I played, the private beta that I played.
The World War II.
World War
Yeah,
II,
this one.
and it's sad, man, because I used to be like the biggest Call of Duty fan in the world. I used to pre-order their DLC. I was an elite founder, whatever the fuck. You remember when that came out? Being the elite founder when you bought the premium pass or whatever it was called.
Yes.
And I bought all their games. Where they lost me, honest to God, where Call of Duty lost me as a player on their game was on the launch of the Xbox One. When
Ghost.
Battlefield 4 came out and said they were going to do 64-player matches. And Call of Duty was like, oh, we're going to release Ghost and add a dog and add fish that swim away from you. That's where they lost me. That's where they lost me. I was like, fuck this game. I was like, no fucking way. I'm never going to play this. And I remember, I think I rented Ghost from Gamefly because I had Gamefly at the time when the Xbox One X came out. Or not the X, but the Xbox One original came out. And I remember I rented Ghost and everybody was just sniping on the maps. There were like these huge maps with only like 12 players. So everybody would just camp a corner and snipe. That was it. And I was like, dude, in Battlefield, I'm running around, getting in a tank, getting in a jet, blowing shit up, blowing up buildings, you fucking Levolution, blowing everything up. It was so amazing. And then you go to fucking Call of Duty, everybody's camping in a corner with their little fucking dogs, their canine unit.
And, you know, funny enough,
It was sad.
people were playing Black Ops 2 on the 360, and
Yeah.
there was still a big number.
That community is hard to
players.
kill off, man. Like the old Call of Duties are so big. Like I remember when Black Ops 1 became backwards compatible. I actually went back, and I have it on my Xbox One right now. I went back and played that, dude, and I had so much fun playing Call of Duty, just Black Ops, the original Black Ops.
Right.
Just so much. I had a blast, dude. Like, all the perks and the way they had their fucking little attachments and their bullshit guns and their little claymores. That was cool. And then Black Ops 2 was awesome. We are so
fucking off track right now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
We're talking about Call of Duty.
But most overrated games, guys. No Man's Sky.
We're talking about the best games here.
Okay, so what are we gonna be for Halloween? I have no fucking idea. I don't do Halloween shit, really, to be honest.
I go with my kid. Depends on my kid.
I have an idea. Wheeler Walker Jr. It's a musician, country musician.
What? Who?
Wheeler Walker Jr.
I listen to a little country. I never heard of him.
He is amazing. I will send you that link. You will like him. And Jesus, you will like him too.
I like Jason Aldean. He should perform at the next
I guess.
Super Bowl.
I guess. I don't know what's happening, guys.
That's who you're going to go out as, Alan?
Yeah, I'm working on the beard. I got a cowboy hat, black shirt. Yeah.
All right. There you go.
I'm going to be
someone had an answer.
I'm going to scare the hell out of everybody.
I'll just be me.
I'm glad.
No, I don't think... I haven't dressed up in years. I usually, my kids usually something scary.
My daughter usually likes to be like something like a princess or something that's popular.
Yeah, I've always wanted to just dress up, but I got that social anxiety awkwardness going on, so I don't know if I could.
See, in my town, we have this thing where we have like a small downtown, like it's like 2 blocks. And everybody, like all the downtown shops, they all hand out candy. So basically all the kids go to downtown to trick or treat. All the shops there hand out candy, and they're all the business owners hand out candy. So everybody goes down there and just walks around downtown, gets candy, and then goes and does whatever the fuck else. So that's where I usually take my kid. And usually she's something like whatever's popular on Disney, right? Like Frozen, she was Elsa. Whatever the fuck she was last year. She was something else. I mean, she might want to be like something from Minecraft or something this year. Fucking Minecraft. Fuck Minecraft. Next question. Evan Tanaka. Happy birthday, Evan. This show is dedicated to Evan, guys, by the way. This is his birthday.
Evan.
Happy birthday to you.
God, no. You're talking shit about us talking about Call of Duty. Shit, this is bad.
Was it yesterday or today?
Today. Was it?
Okay, my brother's
yesterday?
birthday today, too.
I think Evan's like 12 years old now, guys. Anyways.
He's 13. He should be, yeah.
Rockstar, he says, what is Rockstar going to announce? Which I think on the picture they released was September. It said September 28th or 29th, right? Where it said Rockstar September 29th.
Right.
What do you think they're gonna? I think, like I said earlier, they're gonna release like a trailer, like the Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think we're gonna get a Red Dead trailer.
I think we'll get a Red Dead Online.
No, you'll see the Red Dead Online closer to launch.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You think so? I think they're going to announce it though, because we already know there's going to be a single player campaign. But I think we're going to see.
They're going to show us a trailer.
They're going to show us a trailer of like, what's the new thing they added in this new Red Dead? Maybe they added cars or like
different cars. Now you're 3 different cowboys.
Yeah, or like,
and you could tweet them. Wait a minute, we did.
You're an outlaw gang this time or something, you know, or maybe you're an outlaw, or maybe you're like, instead of being outlaws, you're the sheriffs or whatever, looking for the outlaws. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's what I think. What do you think, Gunny? What do you think? You think they're going to show an online trailer?
I do. I think so. I think we're going to, well, I don't think we're going to see a lot, but I think they'll be like, where you and all your friends can live in Red Dead, just like in GTA 5. Like, it'll be a separate component.
Red Dead Online.
Red Dead VR.
coming to PlayStation,
VR.
Xbox,
Red Dead
Switch,
VR
PC.
only on PS4 Pro.
Only on the Switch.
Oh shit! Red Dead coming to the Switch.
Yeah, and I think everybody will lose their minds. I think once they see that, I do. I think they're going to show it.
I don't know, man.
But I think they'll also say like, well, it's going to be after launch, because we still got to work on it. But
For sure.
it'll be cool.
What about
Yeah.
you, Alan? Alan, what do you think Red Dead or Rockstar is going to show this coming up with this announcement?
I'm not sure. I just want to see the actual date.
Why are you
Yeah.
so stuck on the date?
So
man?
I just want to know what I'm going to be like comparing that. What am I going to be playing?
You'll be playing next year, in spring.
Yeah, spring next year. I'm gonna say May.
I say probably March or April. April. I'm gonna say April 20th. But guys, moving on.
Oh wow, man, you gonna get it on April 20th?
April 20th.
Yeah,
That's our good buddy
man.
Brian asked.
420,
Yeah,
man. You know?
420, all the 420s. Guys,
Oh
next
wow,
question.
man! I can't go to the marijuana march because I'm gonna be playing Red Dead, man. How does that work?
Brian Tope Jr. asked, we all know the answer to the question before is Destiny 2 because it can't be beat. So
Wait,
he
what?
says Destiny 2 for all the questions before him.
Oh, the answer is Destiny 2.
I guess the
That
answer
was
is...
really a question.
Announcing.
What kind of stupid question is that, Brian? Next question he asked was, where would you want to move in the world so you could be more in the know of the gaming culture?
I would move to Southern California, probably Irvine, somewhere. There are like a lot of gaming conventions more down there, and they've got they've got a place where they hold competitions like Halo and all that stuff. Every time I see it, it's like somewhere down in Southern California.
I got an answer for this.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere, as long as we all moved in together, and we could
What?
fucking do our podcast together and game together. I think that.
I say we find a villa somewhere in, let's say Santa Barbara. So we're not in the heart of the city, but
Did you guys see that? Kathy tagged me in something the other day, and it was this hotel in like somewhere in
Singapore?
China or Singapore. Yeah, maybe it was Singapore. And it was like for fucking gaming couples, and the actual fucking room has like 2 gaming PCs next to each other, and you could sit there and play. And then if you go down into the lobby, there's this massive gaming room where it's just like all these fucking gaming PCs, and you can have this huge LAN party there.
was it? Yeah.
Man, that shit would be awesome.
That's cool. But you would think like these places are to get away from the PC, but this is to go to them.
Yeah, this is the game. You got to be a gaming couple, right?
Right.
They did look pretty cool though.
Yeah.
They had everything set up for you.
Yep. Sit down and play.
That's right. What's
All right,
happening?
Jesus.
What's happening right now? I don't know what's
Where would you live, Jesus?
Next
Where would you
question.
live?
I would live in California somewhere, probably. Or maybe Seattle. No, Seattle's close to Microsoft. No, maybe.
Why would you want to live in Seattle, man? You live close to there already in a rainy fucking bullshit
It's
area.
cool, man. They got the Nintendo headquarters up here, the fucking Microsoft
Yeah, but
headquarters.
Microsoft,
You've
you've got
go somewhere nice.
I would move to Japan.
What is that going to give you, though, man?
Japan gives
that
me
gonna
all
do
the
for you?
gaming fucking peoples over there. All the gaming nerds are
You
living
could
there.
play
Really?
Xbox over there. They hate Xbox.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
That's true.
Right?
I don't give a shit.
You
I'll
and the-
become
you
a
and the 4
Sony.
other
I'll become a
Xbox
Sony
owners.
pony.
Nintendo boy.
Become a Sony
Jesus.
pony Nintendo boy.
How's that Four Loco coming?
Fucking Mario
He's
nipples.
kicking in.
Mario nipples everywhere. We'll have Mario nipples everywhere in Japan.
All over the place.
You've been Googling Mario nipples, haven't you?
Google Mario nipples. Guys, if you want to, go ahead, rate and review us. Rate and review us. Rate and review us on iTunes and the Google Plays, and thumbs up on Stitcher. Leave a comment on Podbean. Do all that stuff. Follow us. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere really that the internet lets you go. We're there. We're pretty much there, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, there, man.
We're there. And real quick,
Horrible Gamers Podcast.
I wanted to give a big shout out to Steven. Steven, he knows who he is, the Blue Yeti guy. He sent me a message on Xbox Live, and he was like, hey, I love your podcast. You're awesome, motherfuckers. Keep it up. And I was like, no, thank you.
No.
You're fucking awesome.
This is our last show.
Quit.
And then, quick shout to Michael Fritz, also known as Defiler's Hand on Xbox Live. He wants to join the Horrible Gamers podcast clan, but someone needs to add him. I don't know how to add people. I don't know.
I know. I see. I'm an admin, but I see.
I can't
it
add
says
people.
We have 40 members, and 2 are pending. But every time I go to like the invite section, there's nobody there. So
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how to.
I don't know if the
invite
limit
people.
is 40 people. Maybe I don't know.
yeah.
Who made
The limit.
clan?
The limit
did.
is 100. The limit is
You
100.
made the clan, Gunny?
Yeah, I'd have to go in there and look. I haven't seen the invites lately. I think with some of these new dashboard updates, I don't see them anymore. I don't see the actual invites where I used to.
Yeah, maybe you gotta set a notification or something because.
So I have to go over there
He's been
periodically and
trying.
look.
He's been
Your
trying to join
notifications
forever.
are in settings now, Gunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're
move
working
over to
properly.
settings, and then there's system notifications underneath. that
Yeah.
you got to go into.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, Defiler's Hand, he's been trying to join for like a week, dude. He's been messaging me like, hey, man, are you on? And then one time he was on and I was on, but he was watching Netflix, and I was like, dude, I can't invite you. You have to be on Destiny for me to invite you for some reason. And it was really weird, so I don't know how that works. Maybe you have to figure it out, Gunny. But
Yeah, see
Harlan,
if you can figure it out.
Harlan does say the limit should be 100 people in the clan.
Okay, so that's not the issue.
Yeah, it says we have 160 members right now.
What?
No
What?
way. We have
Last time I was in there, it said 40.
Yeah, we've
the
got
fuck?
160. And there's
do we have
168
160
following.
members? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, man.
We'll have to look.
Are you talking about the clan in the
Destiny, yeah, Destiny.
Xbox or
Yeah, on the Xbox. Oh, are you guys talking about on the Destiny game?
Yeah,
Yes,
Destiny.
yes.
clan.
We're talking about two
Steve
different
Snyder.
things.
He is he's created it, correct? Yeah, I noticed I'm an admin too, but I can't add people.
Who created that clan? I think. Didn't
I
you?
created it. I made the Snyder the leader.
Well, Snyder, what the fuck? Snyder, get on top of
But
your
you know
shit.
what? He might have to be friends with one of us to able to add him.
Well, he's friends with all of us.
Well, he's friends with me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Because he's been messaging me, and he added
'Cause
me
I'm
as a
able-
friend.
We were
Add-
playing with him last night.
Yeah.
I think I just don't want to add him.
Bullshit. We don't want to add him. I've been trying to add him forever now.
I'm fucking with you.
I don't know how to add him, man. Anyways,
Yeah,
guys.
I was talking to you guys about that last night. I can't. It says there's 2 people ping, and I don't know how the fuck to add them.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Another thing, thank you thank you for the people that have joined the Facebook group recently. I know Steven did. I know some other people have. But guys, we've been getting a lot of bots. I'm glad I've added questions to the group. So like when you go to join the Facebook group now, it'll ask you, how did you hear about this podcast or this group? And you have to answer that. If you don't answer that question, you're most likely going to get denied right away. I will deny the shit out of your request. I won't block you, but I will deny it. And like this week, dude, we've had like at least 30 people that I had to deny. Because they all seem like bots. So, I mean, I don't know. We would we'll have to, police that a little bit more. Because, yeah, it's crazy how many people try to join and they seem like they're bots. And I don't like that. But, yeah.
No, but going back to the Destiny clan, Snyder and Chat said it's an open group on our clan and anyone can join.
What the fuck? Dave, you're lying, Snyder. You're lying. Hashtag fake news.
We don't believe you.
Anyways, guys,
Love you.
with that being said, join our Facebook clan, Horrible Game, or our Facebook,
Podcast.
our Horrible Gamers
Facebook?
group on Facebook, community thing, Horrible Gamers Podcast community. And then like our page.
4 locals are kicking it.
Like our page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. And then you see us going live there every Saturday, like around 5:30-ish Pacific time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. You will see us live on Facebook on there, which is 9 p.m. Eastern time. And you can listen to us on your whatever podcast you're listening to us from. And rate, review, leave us reviews because that really helps us out. Reach out to us, man, you know. Like me, you can find me on Xbox Live, Gamertag, Jesus Walks a Lot, and yeah, I'll be on there soon playing on my Xbox One X in November. Ryan could be found at.
You guys can find me on Xbox Live, PSN, and Steam under Gib8777. Come play some Pinball Effects 3 with me this week.
Destiny, man.
It's coming. I'm excited. That's gonna be like 7 new tables. There's 4 new Zen tables, and then the three new tables that are coming for the Universal, which is Back to the Future, Jaws, and fuck, I can't remember what the other one is. It's another Universal thing. Yeah, I can't remember.
Let's see.
now.
There's Scooby-Doo, maybe? I don't know.
No,
That's another one of their
it's not
properties.
Universal.
Harry Potter. I'm just thinking of the Universal properties.
No. It's classic, not... It's old. Back to the Future, Jaws, think that era. Anyways. So yeah. Where can they find you, Gunny?
Find me on Xbox Live. Steam under Gunny Chief. On Twitter, same thing, Gunny Chief. One word.
Gunny Chief. And to our special guest, Alan. Where can we find you, sir?
On Xbox, CFC Leo 10.
CFC Leo 10. That's a weird fucking gamer tag.
E.T. That's the other table.
Oh.
Ah,
E.T.
okay. I didn't know that was a Universal thing. Sweet.
Snyder, don't
Sorry.
tell me how I live my life.
Uh-oh.
He's telling me how I live my life. He's telling me to get on Destiny. I don't like that.
Get on Destiny. We need to.
No,
Yeah, I'm saying-
never. Are you
Unless you
playing
changed
right
it
now, Alan?
recently.
Are you playing?
No, I'm not playing.
What the fuck? This guy, he had a controller in his
He
hand.
said that, like he lifted it up.
What
you know?
the fuck?
Yeah.
Guy? No way.
Jesus, what does Gidget say?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We love you. We're gonna try to get Phil Spencer on this show someday. I've actually emailed him. He replied to me. So
Yeah,
I remember you saying that.
he's a pretty cool guy. He like legit emailed me back. He's like, "Hey, dude, fuck, you're awesome. Thank you for reaching out to me." I'm like, "Holy shit, you actually replied! Like that's fucking crazy." But yeah, shout out to Phil Spencer. He's fucking awesome, guys. Peace out.
He replied to me once too. He said stop sending nudes.
Whoa. We blocked.
Yeah, he did.
Love you guys. Bye.
Later.
Brush your teeth and go to bed.
Bad.
Episode 170. Okay.
That's right, Gunny.
Open up my tobacco plantation right here. Real nice line.
What about your cannabis?
Gunny, this is a legitimate island, okay? I don't want your bullshit. We don't do no illegal activities here.
We can make it legal. We can vote on it.
We may just kill people that go against me in the elections, but that's about it.
Oh shit. What's your gamer tag, Alan?
CFC space Leo space 10.
Jesus, where's your Four Loko, buddy?
Oh, it's downstairs.
drink it?
It's in the fridge, dude. Oh, no. If I would have drank it, you would know.
Oh, that's why publishing tools. Holy fuck. I forget how stream works.
Oh, shit.
That's right. I'm a Canadian and I don't drink beer.
No.
What kind of
No
Canadian are you?
nonsense.
What kind of fake news is this?
I'll drink a beer every once in a while, but I'm not keen on beer. I'm not a big fan of it. Never have been. Not a big fan of alcohol in general, to be honest.
The music gets really loud in this game. I don't know why. It's like unnecessarily loud. And then I even turned it down, like on the settings.
Yeah.
And it's still loud as shit.
It's still like...
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Jesus doesn't control that. Jesus doesn't control that.
You know those talented.
I control that. And it's already there.
Mirza playing gigs.
You should put FIFA
Oh, it's a
King.
desert. Yeah, I was right. Ohio. Yep.
FIFA King.
Whoa, what's going on? Fucking Mexican? That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the music playing from the game. It's loud, dude. It gets really loud.
It's loud.
Oh man, had those burgers. Oh, whoa, my stomach.
Whoa.
With the Xbox One X, you can get your iPhone X. All the X. X.
X gonna give it to you.